Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the host of the Happy Hour, Chris Lane Sr.
Held up by broken wires, betrayed by my desires. Who said I want you to go? A loss I can't explain, thoughts running through my brain. Who said I want you to go? Who said I want you to go? Another chance at a brand new start, another chance to fall apart. Who said I want you to go? Another night, another day, another chance to throw away. Who said I want you to go? Who said I want you to go? Whatever words they're saying, whatever sights they've seen, I swear that I'm behaving, I swear I'm getting clean. Best guess with missing clues, bereft of social cues. Who said I want you? Who said I want you? One taste and I'll admit, one taste I swear I'll quit. Who said I want you to go? Who said I want you? Who said I want you? Who said I want you to go?
Good evening, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Welcome to the Happy Hour with Chris and friends. And you'll see some of my friends here in a bit. But right now, you've got me and I've got you. I've got you, babe. Babe, I've got you, babe. Glad to be here. Good to see everybody tonight. It's a wonderful Thursday. I'm in a great mood for no particular reason. Just, I got up this morning, my eyes opened, I breathed in, I went, okay, we're off to a good start. Doesn't always go that way, so it did today, and I'm happy about that. We'll take a second, we'll say hi to people in the chat. I'll go ahead and turn the little comment thing on for right now, and when I have guests, I'll turn it back off probably, but that's kind of for the benefit of anybody that's in Dom's chat. If you're in Dom's chat, thank you for watching the show. Get the hell out of there. Come over to my channel so you can see everybody. And so there's Boomer Bass Meme. How's it going? Good to see you, Boomer. There is the great Pookie Ann. Good to see you. And Jerry Gomes. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And there's Poisoned Whales, who I've been wanting to play that song for a couple weeks. So thank you for that, Poisoned. I enjoy the cut of your jib, Sailor. So good to see you here, and thanks for joining us. And let's see, I saw, Pole Vault is lurking somewhere, and I see that there's some other people lurking, so good to have everybody tonight. Hey, there's Pole Vault, and then there's Sunshine Archer. They're together a lot, I see, which is probably a good thing for people that are married. They seem to like hanging out with one another, and that's nice. I'm wearing my fashion glasses tonight in hopes that I can see the screen a little better. These glasses smudge easily, and so I don't know. I'm just in that no man's land. I really probably should get a pair of computer specific glasses that focus at the right length, but this I kind of do that a lot. Just trying to see what's going on. And that's been, man, for a dude who had 2015 vision his entire, until I was 60 or 61, it ain't 2015 anymore. It really took a dive in the last couple years. So, yeah. Yeah, so you think you're going to keep seeing her for a while? All right, good. And don't screw this up, Pole Vault. Just saying. Not like you're going to do better, bro. Just telling you now. And that's what friends do. We tell each other the truth. Yeah, I had a nice chat with Pole Vault the other day. It was nice. He had a minute and I had a minute, so we just solved all the world's problems. And you can look at the news, you can look out your window and see what a great job Pole Vault and I did. So yeah, we may have to revisit that. But anyway, so yeah, Thursday night here. Yeah, I know you're busting my chops. And I make no bones about it. I'm 63 years old. So yeah, that's how old I am. And today I'm one day older than that. So again, that's why I say today was a good day off to the start. Of course, was at the doctor's this morning because seemingly that's all I do between the various, general doctors, eye doctors, MG doctors. And I'm just, today was the urologist because I'm that age and they just want you to come in every once in a while. So I did. And so now I'm off with my day. Yeah. Oh, so you're younger than me? Well, you piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. Good for you. Hey, I got a couple jokes to start off the show. Timmy and Johnny, 10 years old, 8 years old, brothers. And Timmy, the older one, says, you know what? I think we should start cussing. Timmy said, well, okay, that sounds good. How do we do that? And Timmy said, just follow my lead. So mom comes down and says to Timmy, hey, what do you want for breakfast? And he goes, bitch, I want some fucking cornflakes. And his mother, her jaw dropped, and she grabbed him and she hauled him out of the room, beating his ass senseless, put him upstairs in his bedroom. I mean, and Jimmy could hear the wailing from his brother and everything. Now his mother came back downstairs and said, okay, you saw what happened to your brother. So I want you to think hard about this. And I'm going to ask you a question. What do you want from breakfast? And he thinks about it for a minute. He goes, well, I don't want any of those fucking cornflakes. All right. That joke, that one amused me. I like that one. And since we're close to St. Patrick's Day, here's an Irish joke for you. Irish guy's in the bar and he's been drinking all night and he decides it's time to go home and he gets up and he falls flat on his face. And so he kind of pulls himself up and heads to the door, kind of makes it to the door, but falls flat on his face again. And so he goes down the steps of the bar, uses the railing, stands up, falls flat on his face again. And he thinks, I'm going to have to crawl home. Luckily, he doesn't live that far. So he crawls. He stands up at his front door to get in. He falls flat on his face again. Finally gets the door open, crawls in, makes it into bed, sleeps till noon. And the next morning, his wife comes in and says, Murphy, hey, see that you're out getting drunk again. And Murphy says, well, how did you know that? She said, the bar called. You left your wheelchair there. All right, those are your two jokes for tonight, folks. And feel free to say LOL in the chat there because I thought those were pretty good jokes. Hey, everybody say hi to James Myers. How's it going, James? The Jammin' James here on the program tonight. I got to address something serious here for a moment. And it came to my attention. And it came to my attention second hand, third hand, because I didn't actually see this. But apparently there's been several people that are on YouTube and everything, and they've got shows or whatever, and they're on and complaining about how hard it was, and they don't know if they should keep doing this and that kind of stuff. And because I'm here to help. That's what I'm all about. I'm here to help people. So any folks that stream and feel that way, I'm going to help you out right now. Are you listening? Here's a little bit of advice. Don't. Seriously, don't. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. I come every Thursday night because I love being here. It's fun for me. I get to hang out with my friends. I get to hang out with my friends here in the chat. This is big fun for me. So the minute it becomes not fun, I'm not going to weenie whine about it. I just will quit doing it. But I can't see that happening anytime in the future. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy having this show and chatting with you guys every week. And so as long as I'm around, that's going to keep happening. So there, you're stuck with me, I guess is what I'm saying. In other words. Yeah, yeah, that's your community service, right? You have to do that. No, it really is. I find this enjoyable. It's I have a weird job in that it's very isolating in some ways, but I talk to a lot of people. A lot of it's by email, but some by phone, and so there's interaction. But this allows me to just get out of my work life and be here and hang out. Yeah, you're stuck with pole vault. Yeah, sorry. A little rain must fall, right? But again, it's kind of a package deal. Yeah, maybe we're stuck with pole vault, but we get sunshine. So that's a good trade. I'm great with that. Hey! There's Coldacre. And let me ask you, Coldy, say it in the chat. Is this general knowledge, or do I need to not say nothing about nothing? Because, I know about a lot of Italian guys. I can say nothing about nothing if I need to. But I can also share if that's cool, because it's pretty exciting. Yeah, exactly. It is definitely a benefit. I'm kind of waiting for Coldy's answer because Coldy got some news today that is pretty exciting. But it may not be time to tell everybody yet. And if it's not time, it's not time. I got more secrets than the Pope, so I can hold my water. I mean, not in I used the restroom before I started the show because I didn't want to hold my water in that way. All right, it's all good. The cat's out of the bag. This is fantastic because I am pleased to announce my good friend Coldacre will be headlining Sunfest in April. So everybody put your hands together for the great Coldacre. He is going to be our headliner, and I'm pretty excited about that. He's only played one other festival. He killed it. And some of us have been behind the scenes going, bro, what are you doing? You need to play more often. You need to show up. And most importantly, G-Mate felt that same way and said, I'd like you to be the headliner. And Coldy said, I'm going to do it. So there you go. You're right there in the chat. You're rubbing elbows with the headliner for Sunfest, April 25th, which is, I think, the third Saturday in April. I don't have my calendar handy, but I believe that's correct. Yeah. And Sunshine Archer, who has now played a couple of festivals and is doing a great job, will be there. I am performing. I've already served notice that I plan to be there. So, yeah, I mean, it was fun to guess for a while, but I'm not very good at the guessing stuff. All right. Did I miss? It seemed like somebody else rolled by. Yeah, hey, let's say hi to Lori's Mishmash. How's it going? Good to see the Mosh. And I'll hang out a little bit on her show tomorrow night. And then I'm gonna go visit my friends out on the farm, the east, on Saturday. So, G-May, if you're listening, and I'll send him a note, but I will not be on G-May's this Saturday like I like to be because I'll be out And I'll still be playing guitar because the friends that we visit, she's got several really cool guitars, some vintage ones and everything. She's kind of both an antique collector and she has a nice Fender Strat and everything. And so when I go out there, I have guitars to play. But my duty this time is her grandkids like to whack on them, and the strings are a little tired. So I'm going to change the strings on her two main guitars and get them a little tune up, and that'll be my my little fee for fondling her guitars when I go out there. Yeah, and obviously I will be tipping cows. That that goes without saying. Get a little liquored up. We're going out for they're my faux grandkids, but they're sweet kids, and they've got a couple of them that have birthdays that are close. So we're having a big birthday party for 3 of the kids, and they usually rent the rec center and just have a bouncy house and have a good old time. So I'll be out there, and I might get liquored up, and Bossy's going over. You know how it is. Got to make your own fun out there. And there's almost only so much corn mazing you can do. I am going to take a drink of my delicious coffee. That was good. All right. So in other news, you guys know what a huge hockey fan I am. And trade deadline is tomorrow at, I believe it's 2 o'clock Eastern. So my Avalanche have been a little busy, and I'm super disappointed that apparently we had a deal in place to get Nazem Kadri, who won the Cup with us in 2002, and he went to the Calgary Flames, and we had a deal in place to bring him back in a trade, and it was a done deal, and then somebody in management, apparently the owners, kiboshed it, which I'm really disappointed. I really like Kadri. Good player, clutch player, money player. But we did make a trade today for a good forward. He'll be probably a third line guy for us from Toronto. And I know Zach Thong likes to listen to the program, and I know Frank does and lurks sometimes. And so I don't know what you know about Wah, but he's coming here. I know this. Probably Toronto's not going to make the playoffs, so their chances of winning the Cup are 0. So this player has the opportunity to be here with the Avalanche. His chances of winning a Cup are much higher than 0. I mean, I don't know how much higher, but they're not 0. So I'm sure he's excited to be here. We also traded for a dude from Nashville who's a small mobile defenseman, which is a little bit of a head scratcher because we just got rid of a small mobile defenseman. So, and traded for a bigger defenseman. I'm not exactly sure. But again, looking for depth, everybody. Dallas is buying players left, right, and center. So I think this is keeping up with the Joneses a little bit. But hockey season's going to get exciting. Oh, yeah. Oh, Kadri took all kinds of stupid penalties for the Leafs and did a little bit of that when he first got to Colorado. And Landeskog and McKinnon sat him down and said, bro, we don't do that here. And he got the message, and he was great. Colorado fans have nothing but fond memories of Kadri, and I would have loved to have seen him come back. But not looking like that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think the Hurricanes are good, but I really believe that the Stanley Cup winner is coming out of the West this year. And if it's not us, it's Dallas. If it's not Dallas, it's Minnesota. Those are the 3 best teams in hockey, and I watch a lot of hockey. Carolina's good, there ain't no question, but they have not proven that they can get to the promised land. So there's the hockey talk for tonight, I believe, unless, one of my guests comes on and wants to talk more hockey, in which case I'm not opposed to that because let's review. I like hockey, and it's getting And speaking of which, my wife, I picked her up from work, and she had just finished a lot of important, end of the year tax kind of things. And the phone rings in the car, and she says, "Hello, it's her boss." And, I can kind of hear, and the boss says, "You are so awesome for getting all those things done and all the work you've been doing here in the last couple of weeks. Take the company credit card and buy you and your husband Avalanche tickets." So, hey, we're going to an Avalanche game here pretty quick on courtesy of her boss, so on the company. And we're going to have a good time. So that'll be nice. Our track record as Lanes is in the last time that the Avalanche lost a game that we attended was a playoff game against the Minnesota Wild in 2017. And I mean, we don't go to a lot of games per year. We go to maybe 5-6 games a year in person. But our track record is unblemished. Now, I sent my wife and my son to the Blackhawks game this last Sunday. And I got to be honest, it was looking a little dicey there. And I'm texting him going, "Guys, do your job." And they did. And the Avs, figured it out in the third period and won. And so that was good. I don't know what it is about Chicago. Even last year when they were terrible, we struggled to beat them. And sometimes there's teams that you just don't match up well against. The Nashville Predators are trash. But for whatever reason, we struggle with them, and everybody. But Edmonton, we whip their ass pretty much every time we play them. It's like no problem. So yeah, kind of weird how that works sometimes. But hey, speaking of bullshit, hey Rhett, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How many times do I got to show it to you? All right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know that you want to see Avalanche in Texas there, Polwald. I don't think that may be. That may not be good. Well, yeah, I understand. That the spelling of guitar and peepee are, very similar. I can understand why you got confused. Good to have Rhett in the chat. Oh, hey, oh. Hubs got jokes. I hope that's a joke. No. All right. Well, later on this evening, when some of my guests arrive, we're going to talk about pet peeves tonight. Just those little irritations in life that annoy you more than they probably should, but we got to be honest about it. They're friggin' annoying, and I've got several, and I'm sure based on my conversations with my potential guest tonight, they've got a couple themselves. So that is coming up probably in the next 30 minutes or so. But in the interim, we're going to I'm going to stay in the chat for just a second. Yeah, have you ever seen well, there's a couple, and I know that there's one where you carry your wife and you win something, and then there's the other one where they all go down the hill following the rolling cheese, and those are hilarious because people are getting jacked up. I don't want to. Well, let's just do something. Tell me if I freeze or not, because I'm going to go to another. Did I freeze? Probably did. I want to see if Chrome has fixed that or not. Hey, welcome, Mr. Guitars there. This is a show. I'm an independent musician. My friends are all independent musicians, but mostly we get together and talk about some music things. Sometimes we talk about gear. Inevitably, we talk about food. sometimes alcohol or marijuana. And it's just kind of a general talk show. So that's what we do here. You're welcome to hang out for a while and see if this is your cup of tea. And if so, that's great. But thanks for joining us really quickly. And I'll hit this. Here, look, my new thing. Hit that like button, please. Because YouTube tells me to say that. And, we all do what our YouTube masters tell us to do we not? We try to. Anyway, but yeah, hit that like. And if you're not subbed to me, I do this every week, every Thursday. And I put out music every once in a while, too, depending on when I get... what's the word I'm looking for? When I get a brain, when I get ambitious with the video, and I was looking at something the other day where it was like a combo music video. It would write a song like a Suno kind of thing, and do the video at the same time. And I'm like, I don't need any of the fucking music thing, but if it would make a video for me, that would be cool. So I gotta look into that a little bit more. Because the video just drags. I like it. It's fun to do. It's fun for the creativity, but I'm so slow. I'm just slow. Yeah, I wish they still made the Avalanche. The Avalanche I'm not a Chevy guy, I'm a Ford guy, but the Avalanche was a cool truck. And not surprisingly, they sold a lot of them here in Colorado. And everybody that owned them said they were pretty good vehicles. But oh yeah. Oh, and that's right. Yeah, don't miss the ailments. We're trying to minimize that, but you get people 55 plus, which most of us are. It comes up, and Hubs, you're tickling the underside of that. You're going to be talking about your back and your other stuff before we know it. Just you wait. Avocado. That's right. Let's see. Yeah, hockey, ailments, food. Yeah, pretty much. Dinner tonight was, and I told the wife because she worked late. I said, tuna melts tonight. That's what I'm doing. She goes, actually, that sounds heavenly. And so we had tuna melts. That was dinner. But of course, I make gourmet tuna melts because, come on, it's me. So special tuna. It's got sweet relish in it, horseradish, Dijon mustard, a couple little spices, and then I learned a long time ago, don't butter your bread because it makes it soggy and greasy and it burns. Use mayonnaise. It gives you that little bit of crunch, but it's not nearly as greasy. And so there's your little cooking with Chris segment. 2 second. Yeah, spread just a thin coat of mayonnaise on the bread, and then do it in the pan. It's nice. So we had that and corn in butter sauce tonight. That was dinner, and my tummy's happy. I did not use Wonder Bread. I actually got a special wheat loaf, a artisan wheat. Which held up very nicely, I must say. I was very happy with its texture and its flavor. And I'm about ready to start baking bread again because I keep looking at even on the artisan breads, they're putting too much crap in there. Bread is dough and yeast and water and salt. It doesn't need anything else, and maybe some grains. And the stuff you buy, it's convenient, it's sliced, that's all nice. But man, the stuff that they put in there preservative wise, I'm not crazy about. So yeah, I was gonna bake a loaf today but I didn't have time. There you go. You got to have the right base stance. Hubs definitely does. He's got the bass low and he's banging on it, which is good. Yeah, there was Hostess had a bakery on the way to my wife's old job, and we'd drive by, and we'd stop in there and buy fresh loaves every once in a while. And again, it was a commercial bakery and that stuff, but I mean, it was literally right out of the ovens, and it smelled awfully good. Kind of the same thing. The building's still there, but they quit baking there about, I don't know, a decade ago, maybe a little longer. Smells much better than driving by the Purina dog food factory on I-70 here, which does not smell as good. I can not even a little. There's the Denver sewage treatment plant is in that neighborhood too, and it's a lot of days the sewage plant smells better than the Purina plant. It just does. All right. There's a lot of this going around. There was a story about a baseball pitcher, and he's like consuming 12 raw eggs a day, and he's claiming it's upping his fastball speed and everything. And let me say a couple things about that. One, I love eggs. I eat eggs several times a week, not raw eggs. And frankly, not that safe. Salmonella is a thing, and uncooked eggs, consuming that many, you're asking for trouble, in my opinion. But yeah, the texture, I don't know, man. Ugh. I don't, yeah, I don't know about that one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deadpool. Deadpool. Deadpool Vault. That is, yeah, that is a strong aroma. It's much better than it used to be, but it's still some days it's not great. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, do it on the show, and you know, uh, I'd have to be really hot because eggs. Yeah, I don't know. It'd have to be really thin. Like how you guys maybe you know, maybe you don't. When you make egg drop soup, the Chinese thing, you crack the egg and you just, let it dribble out slowly while you're whisking, but you're in boiling soup, so it will cook. But it takes 2 or 3 minutes while you're whisking it to, feather out and actually get cooked and firm. I don't know about that in the coffee, but let's review my disclaimer, YouTube. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving medical advice on this show. I'm just giving my personal opinion, which is, I don't know about that one. Yeah, and you're right. They're pasteurized, and they're supposedly kill any bacteria. But again, I eat enough eggs that. And I like my yolks a little runny. I just do. But there are times that I have a little tummy trouble, and I know that those eggs were not cooked thoroughly enough to kill whatever was in there. And plus, then they're still handled by people. So, yeah. And if they don't wash the shells well enough, and then it drips on the shell a little bit, there's contamination things. Again, we're talking, and I got, because YouTube knows I like music, and it feeds me a lot of rock and roll history trivia. And in the Beatles song, I Am the Walrus, where there's the line, I am the Eggman, cuckoo, cuckoo. Well, I found out that was a reference to Eric Burden of the Animals. And I don't want to ruin the story. Go out and find it. But it was pretty fascinating how he got the nickname, the Eggman, and it was something that John Lennon and him kind of were talking about one time, and yeah, he ended up in the song that way. So, and it also involved raw eggs, and I'll just leave it at that. Go hook that, hunt that up if you want. Yeah. Now, I'm with you on that. And the neighbors, when they were doing the chickens and they would give us eggs every once in a while, they're the best. They really are. See, a fresh egg from somebody I knew, I wouldn't have any hesitation about that one. It's just the ones that are shipped and you don't know who's handled them. Those are the ones I don't totally trust. Yeah, well, and there you go. So yeah, your own eggs that you've raised and you know how they were collected and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd feel okay about that one. I would like to have chickens, but I don't want to do the work. I just because Lori knows, Sunshine knows, they're a lot of work. It's cool and it's perfectly legal here. I live in a suburb of Denver, but again, I have neighbors who have chickens. Although I haven't heard the rooster lately, and I'm happy about that because that son of a bitch gets up a lot earlier than I want to, and I can sleep through most things. But yeah, I mean, roosters are designed to wake you up, and they do. Yeah, fresh eggs. I mean, there's again fresh food like that. There's nothing better. There's a commercial outfit. I buy most of my beef and my chicken from a farm that's on the eastern plains of Colorado. And they come into town and deliver my order once a month. And it's all packaged up. And I've got they have a little cooler that they bring that's got dry ice in it. And they ring the doorbell and drop it off. And I put it in my freezer. And, that's what I eat. And I've started doing that with that Wild Alaska seafood. I've gotten 2 orders of that, and my wife and I eat chicken, fish, or beef. That's our protein sources pretty much every night. And we both love seafood. And I gotta say, if you like seafood, this is really good. I mean, some people live on the coast. I mean, that's great, and they can get depending on which coast, and they can get some pretty good seafood. But this is right out of Alaska. They catch it, they freeze it, and they send it to you, and it is super good. Yeah, I know, Mr. Pickles. You miss Mr. Pickles. And that, I mean, 3 a.m.'s a little. Mr. Pickle needs a better alarm clock. That's what they should. Apple should make an alarm clock watch for roosters, so he can check and go. 3 a.m. Nah, too early. I gotta wait. I gotta hold on. Hey, wanted to say hi to Vito. What's going on, Vito? I'm looking at that drawing, and yeah, I might know who this is. But hey, Vito, welcome to the program. Vito's been around. How do you say balls in Italian? Lori, do you know? You probably do. I can say balls in a couple languages. Huevos. I don't know how to say balls in Italian. All right. Well, the first of my esteemed and vaunted guests are here. Everybody say hi to Hugh Caldwell.
Hi, Chris.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing.
Okay. Who are you doing?
Uh,
Look at that sly grin. Yeah, sly bastard. How are you?
yeah, I'm okay. Well, not bad.
Good.
Troubleshooting some bullshit computer stuff there.
Always with the bullshit computer stuff, right?
Yeah. Just throw a few things about and then it usually works.
Yeah. So how are you and your friend Felix? Is Felix taking a snooze?
I don't know if you can. He's behind me.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, I've got the boys locked out for now.
All right.
They may break in later, but for right now, they're stay the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's on your agenda for this weekend? You mentioned the other day your hands were feeling good, and you're doing some recording.
Yeah, haven't done it yet, but it's been really frustrating the last couple of months because every time I got close to feeling 100%, something would go tits up, and then it was like back to square one for a bit. And I've got a few things I need to kind of catch up with, and I really want to get into it, and it's been a bit frustrating. So, but I do feel good, and the drugs are working well. So,
Okay, well, that's the thing. Now, I've been meaning to ask you, were they changing your drugs because they weren't working, or they were just changing your drugs to see if it would work better?
they were experimenting basically.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher to me if things were working. Again, here's a bass player's mentality.
Well,
This works, don't fuck with it. But
yeah, they were working, but I had actually phoned my specialist guy to say one day that although they were working, the methotrexate tablets that I was on, I took 10 every Monday,
uh
and usually on the Saturday or the Sunday just before I take the 10, I was in trouble. I was really feeling it. So they were talking either they didn't want to up the dose because I'm on a very high dose as it is.
yeah,
So they thought they would supplement it with a new drug, but my body just didn't take to it.
yeah,
And actually, it put me back a bit, and it took a while to recover from it. So,
gotcha.
getting there now. But
That's good. Yeah,
yeah,
I may have been on that briefly. It was methyl something that I was on, but it didn't do anything for me, like nada, other than cause me to live in the restroom, which was not ideal. And here's the health section of the program, folks. We're getting it
yes.
out of the way.
Well, the last thing I'll say, Chris, is the other drug that I take, which is an injection of a thing called Amgevita. I take that every 2 weeks, and every time, every time I take that, it's like instant.
Yeah, you're ready to party. Yeah, taking a big hit of steroids. Let's go.
It just has a proper boost, but it only lasts for like the first day. You just feel it superhuman for a bit. Quite funny.
Yeah. Well, very good. Well, the theme tonight, well, let's say hi to our next guest. Are we ready for our next guest? Everybody put their hands together for the great Lori's Mishmash.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Hen.
Guys. I'm on. It's
What's
good to
going
Hi.
on?
happen. I was thought this would be a great segue into pet peeves because he's talking about computer technology, and that's on my list.
Exactly. Well, that's why I was setting up the pet peeves thing, and here you are. So
Totally. Hi,
this is
everybody.
the
I gotta
segment.
pop the chat out.
Yeah, pop your chat.
Woo! Pop it out.
Pop your chat,
Hi,
Cherry.
sunshine. Yay! Paul and Pookie. Thanks, guys. All right, hold on. Let me pop this out. Go ahead. Ignore me.
Well, okay. No, I prefaced the show, I thought I'd get my friends together, and we've all got things in life, pet peeves that are like so annoying. And they might on the surface in and of amongst themselves be minor, but they're maddening. So I figured this would be, like the airing of the grievances of Festivus. We can just kind of get our pet peeves out into the world there and dispel them. So
And it was like great timing for me. I've been having a stressful week. And when you said that, I'm like, oh, where do I fucking start? I'm like, this week I have a lot.
yeah, well, we may alternate peeves, but
Yeah.
ladies first, give us your pet peeve you want to start with.
Oh, well, I don't want. We already touched on technology. That's and it's not picnic. It's basically a computer saying you have no access, and you're like, well, what do you mean? I own you. Like,
Yeah.
give me the access. But
bitch, I own you.
I actually wrote a couple things down because I knew I would forget it on the spot here. Let me say, me, I'd like to be prepared.
Yes, you do. God bless prepared people. I like them so much because I'm not that guy.
Oh, this is one that I thought of this week, so I wrote it down right away. When you're at a live concert and they talk over the music, or even more importantly, right during like a solo or my son's solo, and they want to tell you a fucking story, or if you're videotaping and they come up to you, is that your son? Right in the camera.
Yeah. What is wrong with people?
Your freaking story in my ear. I'm paying attention to the band, and I can't. I think it's rude when people just get me.
It's beyond rude. It's the people's lack of self-awareness is shocking.
God, if you want to yap, go to the local pub. I'm here to see the band.
This is my corollary. When my wife and I are out in nature and hiking, okay, we're communing with nature. We are taking in God's beauty, and we're smelling the smells, and we're enjoying the sights and the silence.
Yeah.
Well, and then there'll be people, blah, 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 and they're hiking, and you can hear them out there for half a mile. It's like, shut the fuck up and enjoy the beauty.
Right, Paul? James, you know what I'm saying.
I've been known to be at a concert and there's been like people speaking very loudly behind me during a song.
Yeah.
And I will literally just turn around and just shut the fuck up. And
right. You give them the stare first. You're like,
no, just shut the fuck up and that's it.
Yeah.
I hate that. And the people, maybe like a small venue, right? It's a local club. Yeah. They're in the front table yapping. Like, go to the back of the room. Like, big time when I'm videotaping, just people want to come up to me because they think like if my son's a star, they can talk to the mom, right? And
yeah,
you're videotaping your son, yeah, and now you fucking just ruined it because your mouth is on it.
Yeah.
So, see, pet peeve. I get mad, people.
Well, we need to get you a shirt. Just say videotaping crew, shut the fuck up.
There used to be a shirt out there. I think Cameron might have one, but yeah, it's something about I'm here to hear the band, not your mouth or something, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's a good one.
The stare. Honestly.
Well, that's a good start. Hugh?
Yeah.
What's a pet peeve for you?
We'll just start.
I know, the list is long. I have a few.
Let me think. Yeah.
See, it's hard to think of a spot. That's why I wrote some down.
Delivery men that you put down on the website, if I'm not in, don't deliver or put it in a bin or something like that. And they just dump it in the front yard.
Yeah.
And I literally want to kill them.
Well, you get expensive stuff being delivered, I'm sure. Gear.
I had a guitar sitting in a box in the pouring rain all day outside. I was so very, very particular about who I order from now.
Yeah. No, that is a big, I work out of my house, but I can't be running up and answering the doorbell. And I have a do not ring the doorbell and do not solicit sign, which is mixed because there's been a couple times like they'll go ahead and put it on the porch there, and then I'll rush out the door and I'll trip over it and almost kill myself because I don't know it's there.
But a more important one than that though is people that put butter before peanut butter on a sandwich. Why?
I've never done that. But who was talking about? Someone was talking about that last week that they do that.
Yeah,
peanut butter?
I've heard of people doing that. My wife, I think, actually likes that. She used to ask to make her sandwich that way. And I'm like, sure, honey. And I don't do that. Sorry.
Oh, I thought of that.
If I'm making the sandwich, here's how it's being made.
James had a good one, though. James Myers going 70 in the left lane. Now, 70 to me is very slow. I assume that's what you mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you're in the fast lane,
5 or more people. Yeah.
Go fast.
Yeah. Totally. I think Gary's not here, but I have a good one for Gary. If you're lurking, Gary, if you're eating, but people will come into a chat room to promote themselves and then leave. How's that?
Well, that's not even a pet peeve. That's like, you need your ass kicked, bro. I mean, come on.
I know. Hi, Mike Shaner.
I mean, my goodness. Ooh, let's see what Mike has to say. It's like they're trained to do that. And yeah, they've got 6 fingers and their foot in your mouth. It's like, so, tell me about your latest trip to like, why? And they act like they can understand you. Have you ever done this? Just basically did gibberish just to see if they were really paying attention, and they were like, "Oh, really? Well, that's very interesting." It's like, "Okay, fuck you. You're not actually
Fooling everywhere."
Yeah, come on now.
I got in this past month. I don't know if you guys know what a dermaplane is. They basically scrape all the dead skin off your face, so your baby skin shows. It promotes collagen, but they use like a surgical razor. You got to be very careful. That's why you don't do it at home. And she was down here and over here, and she asked me a question. I answered her and nicked right away. I'm like, "Why are you asking me a question when you have that?" I started bleeding. I'm like, it went away.
Okay, well, yeah, that sounds like just a really, yeah.
She's like, "Oh, don't talk. Well, you just asked me a question."
Then don't talk.
Very sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't get that at all. I would, apparently some men, you would have people shave you. That's like, I would never let someone shave me. No fucking way. I got control issues. Sharp razors,
well,
no.
I don't have a beard. This is just dead skin.
But the principle is, to my mind, the same.
Like I said, it's a surgical knife. The girls know. It's much sharper than a razor would be.
Yeah, well, that sounds interesting. For me, audio is everything. I'm a musician, so I'm very sensitive to how things sound and everything. And I have noticed a trend, and there's lots of variations of this, but I'll start with this one. You guys understand what upspeak is?
No.
Upspeak is, and young women do it, although some of the young guys are doing it too, where they will make a statement, but they end on an up, so it sounds like a question. And I'm seeing it in commercials all the time. It's like this actress pretending to be a dentist, and it's like, this product will whiten your teeth, but she doesn't say it like that. She says, "This product will whiten your teeth." Well, I don't know. Does it or doesn't it? Yeah. And the worst one, there's an insurance ad, and I think it's local here in Denver, but she's talking about having insurance because her husband died. But the worst possible spokesperson, because she goes, "When my husband died?" Well, did he die or not die? I mean, what the fuck? And it's just, and once you start to hear it, and now I've ruined it for all of you out there, you'll start picking up on it, and it will drive you insane.
Well, you made me think of 2 things. Not if you're done, I don't want to cut you off, but ads lately on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, ads for girls promoting things I hate when girls say, "I'm obsessed."
Oh God, that's so overused.
Fucking aggravating. Like,
hate it.
It's so good. I'm obsessed. Or literally is another one I hate when they say. It's literally my favorite lipstick. And there's another one. I just forgot about it. It'll come back.
Obsessed is the worst because they're obsessed about, I'm obsessed with this underarm deodorant.
Yeah.
Really? Obsessed, are we?
Cooking shows. The latest thing is when they're showing what they're cooking.
Yeah.
You don't add flour. I'm going to go in with some flour. They say, "Go in now." Yeah, and then you go in with a can of tomatoes. And then you go in with I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Is this pet peeve or aggravated? Because I'm aggravated.
Well, I mean, they're both, but we're going to have some fun with this tonight. I can tell.
And then you're going to go in with a can of peas.
Yeah,
go in this.
Yeah. I'm going to go in if you're not careful. There's another speech one that really has started to bother me, and again, it's not sex. It's just young men, young women, they don't pronounce T's, and so like there's a player here in Denver. His name is Cortland Sutton. Okay,
Yeah.
Sutton, Sutton.
Yeah.
But they don't say Sutton. They say Sutton.
That's kind
Cortland
of
Sutton.
Yeah, that's kind of
I mean, where are the T's? And I'm, our sloth and glutton. And like, come on now, you need the T's.
That sounds like somebody from London would do that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, but all of a sudden it's Americans doing it that should know better. Regional around the world, I understand that there's some, but it's becoming, and I'm seeing it on national figures, and they're not pronouncing it. It's like, so I'm supposed to pay attention to you, but you can't even speak.
Yeah. Wow. I have a friend from upper state New York. She's the one that's in Miami now. But she always used to laugh at the way I say feet, F-E-E-T, because it's feet. It just ends with eat. So not feet, but feet.
Apart Scottish people can't say fish.
Yes.
Fish. Oh my God. We saw that the other day, and that kid, fish.
With,
it was killing me.
Wait, what's Harvey's name? God.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, thank you. Yeah, the cute little Scottish boy. Of course, it's coming from feet, but
well, he said it more like fish.
He had a strong Scottish accent, right? But
he really did. He was adorable. But
like, fish.
It sounded like over the east side of the country to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, the west, not the east. I'm in the west.
Okay.
Somewhere where I'm at, not there. Yeah. That other place.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's 4 in the morning, Chris.
Oh, I know.
Well, and so you're getting a pass. You're on my show. And,
there's a pet peeve. I didn't take up at fucking 4 in the morning going to anybody's show.
Yeah, I know, and that sucks. We had a rant on time zones in our little chat, and it's just.
But
it's a problem.
That's the world's fault. Nothing to do with.
Well, daylight savings time is a pet peeve. They shouldn't really have it anymore. I mean, I love the longer days of sun, but it's like we're not farmers anymore. We're not living on the that you need.
Well, and it was never. I posted the history because I'm a history nerd. It was never about the farmers. In fact, the farmers have been traditionally some of the most vocal dissenters of daylight savings time.
Oh, right.
Now, okay, we were before World War I or during World War I, we stole the idea from the Germans. We're fighting them in the conflict, but we stole their idea of daylight savings time. And it was supposed to be a temporary thing, but just like the taxes in 1913 were a temporary and never went away. And it's just this idea, they got rid of it in the 20s and then reinstated it in the 40s during World War II. And then it was back and forth, and finally in the 60s, they codified it. It will start this, it will end this. But at the end of the day, it's dumb as fuck. And bouncing around back and forth.
Yeah. And
the states have the option of doing whatever they want, because that's how the United States works. And like Arizona just doesn't go on it. They say we just don't. Yeah, no, they never have. And they don't. Hawaii does not go on daylight savings time.
But again, you can't keep track of your friends' times. Everything keeps changing. And
my late uncle lived in Arizona, and yes, it was maddening. I'd have to get out the calculator to figure out what time it was so I could call him.
Exactly.
Man, on YouTube, everybody's shows all of a sudden are either an hour later or an hour earlier. It's like
you can't keep track. Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you add in the world thing, I mean. It takes me forever to figure out when Jade's show is when there's a time change, because they don't change at the same time we do, and they do it a different way. And I'll finally get it down, and then it switches again. I'm like, well, I'm back to being fucked. So weeks and weeks.
It's not really the only time it doesn't do it on the same dates we even do it, like because they're in winter when we're in summer. So it's like they're even doing it on different days, so you can't keep. Yeah, like you said, it's not the same time.
Yeah, it is. I've got my iPhone set to the world clock, and so I've got people that I know around the world, and like Edinburgh, and I've got where Jasnaya lives in Slovenia, her time, and just so I can figure out, who I'm talking to and when. But it is a serious challenge.
Crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
I had the other one you were asking about or bringing up food, or I brought it up probably, but is, if I talk about keto or something, they're like, oh, I can never do keto. Well, it's not about you. Like, you don't have to. Like, eat your donut. But it's like, oh, I wouldn't put that in there. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, just stick to your own diet. I'm not preaching.
Then
Yeah.
why even comment?
Yeah.
This is a great pet peeve. Why do people feel compelled to give you their opinion on eating? Like, okay, we all eat. We all agree on that, right? We all eat.
Yeah, we all
And you eat the way you eat. I eat the way I eat. We could certainly make a case some of the things that we eat are more healthy or less healthy than others. Okay, fine. But why do people feel compelled to say, oh, I could never do keto or this, that, or the vegans? And if there are any vegans out there, I'm sorry, I possibly am going to offend you. But as a group, as a generalization, you people suck. Because you're very zealous about, your point of view.
Yeah.
And if you want to be vegan, all for it. You do you. I think that's fantastic and good for you. But that has nothing to do with me.
Unless you're inviting a debate or whatever, or well, what do you like? But if you're just talking about something you like, you don't have to be like, oh, I would well, whatever. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. But it is a pet peeve. I find it very intrusive, and like, dude, I don't rub a steak on your face and go, well, I know you're vegan, but here, smell this.
Rub it on their face. Let's do.
Yeah, I don't get that mindset.
Milkshakes, yum. That sounds great. Not a cheeseburger milkshake, but cheeseburgers and milkshakes. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good diet. I gained 3 pounds just reading that comment.
Totally.
I think I can gain weight on air anymore.
Nah.
The steroids saved my vision, and but they have not helped my weight loss at all.
Inflammation.
Well, it's just you retain fluids, and it kind of messes with your metabolism a little bit. Now, because I am careful about what I eat and everything, and talking to my doctors, they said, you're not doing that bad. A lot of people can put on a lot of weight, and you're doing okay, but obviously.
Hugh, you were on the steroids for a while. A couple years ago. Your face, you call it moon face, right?
Yeah, it's moon face. It's a very common, I don't have too much of that, a little bit. If you look at older photos, my face is definitely a little fuller.
Yeah, it looks slim.
But
and
you retain more water, and you get the moon face, which is fairly well-known side effect.
My son, I was talking to him last night, and was it last night? God, this week's been crazy. But he's still going through, autoimmune stuff and inflammation, and all he can focus on. I mean, he's a 21-year-old handsome boy, right? And it's like, my face is so. My face used to be chiseled, and so I'm like, a lot of it's inflammation and gut health and all that. And I'm trying to tell him, yeah, you're taking awesome supplements and you're taking care of yourself and you're mentally doing awesome, but gotta cut out those carbs and sugars. If you help, it's not on steroids.
It's not helping. That's. And that's part of the problem. The steroids really stimulate your appetite, and often for bad crap. And I found it, especially the first couple months I was on it. I'm eating crap, and I go, why am I even eating this?
Yeah.
And I really had to be. Yeah. Oh, it was really like it was and apparently that is a very common thing, and I really had to be mindful of it and get a hold of the reins.
Carbs and
with autoimmune, there was specifically about 2 or 3 different carbs that as soon as I cut them out of the diet, there was a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge
That's what I keep
difference.
telling him. I mean, I know a lot of the illnesses that he had caused inflammation that also caused puffiness, but I'm saying if you want to cut it and reduce it,
Yeah.
and continue the journey in the right way, then now it has to be the way you eat thing. And he's pretty good. Chicken salad, and then boom, he's a college kid. Beers,
Yeah.
fast
Hello.
food, pizza. It's like,
Well,
which I do too. I'm like, I don't stay strict
Beer,
keto.
beer's a hard one. I have to admit that though. There's unbelievable amount of carbs in beer, and I'm a bit like Cody. I've got the tolerance. I could probably drink beer all day. You know what I mean?
Like,
I don't.
but Coley found the magic bullet.
yeah, this no
beer.
carb, keto beer basically, which is
I saw some like last month in the liquor store. It was like I don't drink beer, but I was like, I saw 0 carb beer, and I'm like, what does that taste like?
how does that work? Yeah. Well, I went when Sean and Kay were at the Avs game. My sister-in-law was over staying with us this weekend, so her and I went out to the wood-fired pizza place up the street.
Yeah.
And we both ordered a beer, and it was good. It was local brewed and everything. But I got to tell you, after I finished it, I felt like I weighed 380 pounds. I just felt bloated, and it reminded me why I don't drink beer very often. Because for me, it makes me feel very bloaty.
When I drank beer, it was always light beer, but yeah. I'm like you. I could have like 10, 15. Like, I mean, you start drinking at the beach and you continue it at the fire pit. It ends up being a lot of beers, right? So you're not pounding in an hour. But yeah, you wake up like your stomach's huge and you're like just tired and full.
See, one thing I miss, Laurie. I think did you say that you used a keto flour?
Well, almond flour.
Yeah.
Is keto friendly because it's made with crushed almonds, which is just a nut. Yeah. So it's not a grain.
Right. I need to use that in something then because
it's good.
Something I miss.
But you can make things that, if you combine it correctly, it comes out fine. I made my cheesecake crust with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or cinnamon, sugar, monk
Nice.
fruit sugar. But yeah, it absolutely makes a difference when you cut out that white bleached flour out of your diet.
Oh, big time.
And you've been doing the wraps. You found keto wraps, right? Those are good. It's like 0 carbs in a wrap.
Yeah, no, I like those. That's what I make because I always have a little leftover hamburger that we made with something, and so that's what I'll have for breakfast. I'll use those keto wraps, and I'll put a little hamburger, and I'll put some scrambled eggs in there, and make a breakfast burrito.
That's awesome. Totally. You're so lucky to be retired, Boomer.
Yeah, I'm never going to be retired.
Yeah.
Felix just had some tasty nuggets.
Oh, cute.
Oh, and they're Felix brand tasty nuggets.
Oh, I don't see that.
Yeah, did you see that? Felix brand.
Can you see him behind me there?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. He always blends.
Yeah,
You can only see his back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just by the guitar there. Yep.
Towards the chair more, the couch, I mean. Hi, Felix. Psst, psst, psst. So cute.
Yeah, I mean you're on the right track there, Paul. I am slowly pulling carbs out. But again, I have a challenge in that my wife is a little bit underweight. So I got to keep weight on her and keep weight off me.
It's tough when you have to cook for 2.
Yeah. And Sean's pretty self-sufficient in his ways, but I try and cook him dinner most nights because he's around.
Yeah.
And, he's like me. He eats very well. Difference is he lives in the gym, and I mean, that dude is buff.
Burn it off, too. No matter what.
Yeah. And he works in a warehouse, so, yeah, he's active dude, whereas I sit here and talk to train nerds.
Well, when Cam first left for college, I was like, now I'm cooking for 2 of us. It's a lot different than cooking for 3.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I always make enough for 6 anyhow. So now it's just left over and you throw it out. But when I started keto, I was just like, do your own thing anyhow. But once I realized I could make yummy things, I'm like, Chris, you can eat the stuff I'm making. It's not diet food. It's delicious. And he has been testing all the stuff I make now. But
yeah, well, it's always nice to do that. Yeah. And so I've how we've landed on this is, I know what she needs, and I'm just really working on portion control. So, my wife is literally half my size, but I eat exactly what she eats as far
Oh,
as the quantity.
yeah. Well, don't starve yourself.
Chris,
Well, I
I
could
need
miss a
to
couple
go.
meals. I'd be okay.
Chris, I just have to grab some more. I need to caffeinate up a wee bit. I'll be back in 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
Go and chill.
Caffeinate away, baby.
Mm-hmm. I still got mine.
Well, very good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now we got to get after him. I mean, look at the round circle of nothing. I mean, you got to have, yeah, got to have something nice to,
Roar. I get my Jack Flash shirt on this one.
yeah.
I have a lot. I have Frank Turzo as my pitcher.
Oh, I got
As
it.
my pitcher. Jan Brady. Gotta create an avatar for sure.
Yeah, I have more than a few avatars.
Yeah.
I have the professor and Juan the janitor and others.
Yeah, so we've switched ours sometimes just for my show.
Yes.
Which is fun. So you're gonna be there tomorrow, at least for the first half, you said, or?
Yeah, I'll be there for I should be there
I
for
can send
most
out
of
the
it.
link to my friends in my email land.
Yeah.
I want people to perform tomorrow night. I have a few games, obviously. I'm playing
Cool.
In Like a Lion, Out Like a Lamb, March theme. Got some word association games, but I think I haven't been on. I wasn't on last week because of the power shit and all everything that was going on. And then this week I'm like, oh, it's March. Let's do March. But this week at work has been so crazy. And I'm like, all right, it's going to be a regular hang, which I don't have to have prepared stuff. But I love listening to you guys play. So.
Yeah, well, I have not played since. Did I play on your show Friday? I think I did, but that was the last time I.
So
That's the last. Oh yeah, no, then that would have been Thursday for the kiddies. I have not picked up a guitar since. I've been just work swamped.
Me too. I haven't played the keyboard. I played it a little bit because I finally figured out my wire, but I haven't. This week I've had like 3 meetings a day, and I get this presentation tomorrow. And I'm like practicing and practicing. It's not like a long one, but tonight, like I said, I'm like, I want to come on your show. I need a break because the more I practice, the more I'm like messing it up.
Yeah, don't let it get in your head. I mean, we saw I was getting in my own head before G-Maze, but
that's what happens, right?
It does, and you got to be mindful of that. You want to practice and you want to feel confident, but there comes a time where like I'm not helping myself here.
Don't overdo it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you're doing it to the point where you start second guessing yourself and start losing confidence. Like then you got to quit.
Yeah. I was supposed to do this last week, and that's when we had the big storms here, and
right.
Then the power went out, and I came back. I was at my mom's just to stay warm and have some light, and the power came back on, and I was supposed to have my presentation that day. It's like a big sales thing. And they're like, no, we don't want to risk the power going out. We'll just do it 2 weeks from now. I'm like, no, I'm ready now. So I had to like wait 2 more weeks. And so now I know it so well because I've had 2 more weeks to practice that I'm effing it up in my brain because I'm like, is that what you said? Or is it?
No, yeah, that's never good when you're.
So tomorrow,
there's a go time. And if you go past the go time, I know this from sports, the game's supposed to start this and you're in the locker room and you're building, you're jacked up and ready. And there's a delay for some reason. Yep. And it just throws you the hell off.
Oh, I had my notes next to me. I was dressed professionally and I was like, I'm ready to go on camera now. And she's like, no, sorry. We already changed the meeting. We already told everybody.
Wah, wah, wah. By the way, how you still have your computer? You were able to get it functioning?
Yeah. It's still running.
Well, that's good. Obviously you're on, but
you can hear me, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't, I mean, after the storm, it was jacked up, right? Wouldn't boot.
Yeah. And it wasn't. So if it zapped the hard drive, I guess it would have died completely, but the hard drive was fine. But I would log on and it would say could not load boot sequence. So when I sent it to my brother, the IT guy, he was actually at the airport, so he couldn't help me. He's like, oh shit, that's not good. Let me call you later. So I asked ChatGPT, I go, what's this mean? They're like, all right, it's very rare that your computer gets fried unless it was like hit by lightning, but not just from the power going out. And it said, it sounds to me like your Windows boot sequence is missing. So it took me through this 2-hour process that I was able to do. I had to basically find an old computer in the house, which I still had, and copy the Windows boot sequence with a flash drive.
Okay.
And then put it into my current computer And because it wouldn't boot up, hit F12 20 times and then type this in the DAWs sequence and the BIOS, and the blah, blah, blah. And it worked. I was like, holy shit, I did it.
Okay. Yay. Well, that's some good teching.
It took a while, but yeah, it was.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Hey, Lori's.
Cheers. Nice mug. Nice mug.
I've had my finger over your mug and Hub's mug and everything, and then I looked in my cabinet and went, I cannot put another coffee cup in my... Basically, I've got a couple mugs that are getting a little elderly, and I think they may accidentally go to the floor. And then I go, oh, I need a new coffee cup.
I was thinking that too.
'Cause
I have
man,
like old NASCAR cups from like 1988, and I'm like, but I have these gorgeous ones that I bought from my friends that just sit here. And I'm like, I'd rather be drinking out of those downstairs.
yeah, that's
no room.
Exactly.
No room. I got to get rid of a few as well.
Yeah, that's the cabinet is...
I did it, Paul.
I've got a metal beer tankard that's from 1946.
Seriously?
Was my grandfather's.
Like a Stein, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Those are awesome.
Stein,
Yeah, I got a bunch of German Steins from my late grandfather, and it was one of those things where, they're a family heirloom and all that kind of stuff, but I don't have that big a house, and, my wife's like, what are we going to do with these things? They kind of on display, but they're not very visible. They're not very accessible, so they get dirty and dusty, and at one point I went, you know what, Pop, I know that I love you, and these got to go. And so Kay and I have been just cleaning shit out here in the last year because we don't want to, at some day we'll be dead, and we don't want to stick our kids with all this shit.
Did you sell them though? Because those go for good money. I think we have a bunch too downstairs.
You know what? I looked into it, and it was one of those things where between the time and taking the photos and getting and all that kind of stuff, it's like, you know what? No.
Put them on Marketplace.
No, yeah. We have friends who are doing the Marketplace thing, and we're hearing how that's going. So, yeah, no.
I know.
No.
Then, of course, I just read about a father and daughter who were killed by meeting up for our Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah. Well, the world is full of, horrible people.
You got to meet at the police station or in a public parking lot, never at your home.
The gun club is where I think I'd meet him.
Perfect.
Like, hey, yeah.
I'll be at the shooting range. Meet me out front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me run in and buy some more ammo, and I'll be right back.
Am I the only mod in the room? Oh, Gary. Yeah,
Gary was here earlier. I think he was.
I just had to approve Deadpool Vaults. Vaults. Only fans.
Coldy was lurking for a minute, but I'm sure he's still at work.
Yeah, that's cool. I was just curious. I'm like,
okay.
I could read it, then I'm like, oh, I need to approve it.
Yeah, I'm in the other chat. So, all right. So, to continue the peeve thing, and for me, it's all, vocal things, and voices are very important to me, and like I'm married to a woman with the most pleasant voice. It's soothing. It's soft.
Cute.
Animals love it. Babies love it. It's, she gets talking to me and she could be reading the newspaper and like, hey, war in Ukraine. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. Because it's just a very soothing, relaxing voice.
Nice.
But her and she sent me a video the other day, and this was, a new thing here in Colorado. And if you guys are familiar with the Royal Gorge, I mean, it's this huge canyon. The railroad runs at the bottom of it, but it's 1,200 feet from the rim down to, it's like Grand Canyon kind of shit.
Yeah.
And they have a gondola that goes over the top of it. And they just got 2 new gondolas with glass bottoms. So you can look, and Kay sent me this video, and she's like, hey, want to go ride this? And I'm like, hey, bitch, no. I mean, that glass does not look urine proof, for starters. But they had this reporter on, and she looked like Beaker from the Muppets.
Sad.
And the poor woman, her voice was similar, and she was really high and very nasally, and like, here, we're at the Royal Gorge, and here's our new glass bottom thing. And I'm going, oh,
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. And
But reporters usually have a reporter voice, so that's even more unusual.
well, yeah, that it's like, what are we doing here? But I'm seeing more and more of it. People that just are public speakers and everything. It's like, there's things called vocal training. You could get better at that. I'm not going to name names, but there are people that are in the public eye and everything, and they have the worst fucking voices, and they might know things. I might even agree with their position on whatever, but I can't listen to them. I just tune it out because their voice is so bad and so irritating. It's like it just ruins the message for me.
Well, it's like all the memes that went around about vocal fry.
Oh, yeah.
And that, especially at work, if I hear someone with that, like I just want
the Kardashians.
It's the whole time, and I just want to like clear my throat and cough and get the phlegm out. I'm like, no, just stop. Yeah.
In the UK, back in on movies and TV in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s,
Yeah.
It was mostly posh accents you heard, posh Southern England accents all the time.
Yeah.
And in the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years, a lot of regional accents have came in to the fore, trying to all-inclusive.
I know I haven't watched any sitcoms in a long time, but yeah.
No, it's funny how accents can, the United States is a huge country, as you guys know, and there are all kinds of, we have Lori here on every week who has a very distinct Boston accent. That it's delightful, where
I know
less than 100 miles north, you got Dom, who sounds totally different and has got that New Yorker honk, and we have all the Southerners here and everything. But it is funny, depending on where you're doing what you're talking about. Like if you get a guy with a strong Southern accent on, and he's talking about quantum physics. You're going, do you really know anything about quantum physics there, cousin Bubba? And it's just funny. And again, I have so many Southern friends and everything, and it's a stupid bias.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I think, is this guy credible? Should I pay attention to him? Where, if it was somebody from MIT with that kind of Northern New Yorker.
It's the same with us Bostonians. Like I definitely change, like when I'm talking to friends or around the house or anything, it's definitely different than what you hear, and what you hear is way different than what they hear in client meetings, So.
Yeah.
I try to say same with
London down south. If you hear anybody speaking like physics or something, and they've got a lot of Cockney accent, call back me governor.
Hello, governor.
It sounds totally different than somebody from Windsor. Like, oh yes, dear,
Yeah. Well, that's why I was called Ian Luckett Butter, because I'm like, there are some English accents that just pierce me, and I'm like, ooh, but I'm like, oh, yours is like.
Oh yeah, Ian's got a very pleasant speaking voice. Yeah, no question.
Unusual for Ian though. He doesn't come from Poshland.
Yeah, he's not even from the area that's supposed to sound like that.
No,
I don't know, but he does. Sounds great.
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. Hey, Zach Thong, thanks for the guy. Like I started off with the show by saying, he's feeling good because his chances of winning a cup in Toronto were 0. Now they're more than 0. So
I'm glad Zach thinks I'm huge. That's great.
Yeah. You know what's funny? After knowing you for these couple years now, Hugh, I cannot spell huge. I can't. I have occasion to use huge a lot in my writing, but I have to go back and correct it every time because I spell Hugh.
That's so funny. Well, I was trying to type Wonder Bread, and I wrote Wondershare just out of habit because it's my dog.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty funny.
Coldy and Gary caught me on that.
Yeah, now see, Texan accents I love Texan accents. I just do. And,
I can hear y'all.
Y'all.
You guys aren't that Southern sounding, but you do have a Southern accent. accent.
My favourite accent is just west of Belfast in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
That accent's beautiful.
How's it
Yeah,
sound
no.
like Scottish?
There are a lot of Irish. It's very lilting. It's to my ear super pleasant, and like all Americans, I'm kind of mixed, but I call myself predominantly Irish. My father's mother and grandmother Gallagher's, and so all from that area, and there's just something about it. If I hear Irish music and, it just all of that speaks to me. And so if I hear somebody that's speaking in that way, it's like, oh, that sounds good to my ear.
Mm-hmm.
But it's both Northern Ireland and Ireland down south era. Again, the variations of the accent can vary drastically in like a 2-mile radius,
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I went out with a girl years ago. She was from a place called Stevenson, which was just west of Belfast, the capital city. And
Okay.
beautiful, very kind of rural place.
Yeah, on my bucket list, I've been over Ireland in an airplane, but I've never physically been in Ireland, and I do want to do that before I go. My brother's been and his family,
That would
but
be beautiful.
never been.
I just don't want to go where it's raining all the time. When I take vacation, I want sun. Sounds selfish, but sure it's beautiful.
It was really, the last 2 days here has been really warm.
Yeah, you were saying that. That's awesome.
See, I'm okay with because I get so much sun here in Colorado. If it rained a little bit, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
And no one's ever accused me of being made of sugar, so I will not melt. I'll be
I was
okay.
on a call today with people from Denver,
Huh.
and they were like, "We need the rain, we need the snow." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." My friends are saying the same thing, but they said it was like really, really warm.
70 today.
Yeah. Okay.
Ridiculous. Now tomorrow it is going to snow, but I don't because it'll be 35 tomorrow. I mean, typical weather, 70, 35.
Yep.
And we're supposed to get maybe 4 inches, but it's been so warm. I don't think it's going to hang out, but for a couple hours.
Yeah, we're getting it in the morning too. Mixture of sleet and snow, and then it's supposed to be like mid-60s starting Sunday and Monday, which I'm like, yes, sun in mid-60s. All right, here's what I was typing because ChatGPT is my friend.
Yes.
I said, what is a good statement that I can have a Scottish man, a Southern man, and a Boston girl say to hear how differently it sounds? And here's one of the statements they said. I'll put it in the chat. And Chris, you go first.
All right. Well, but I'm not Southern by any.
Well, you sound Southern to me.
Well, yeah, which tells you something. Actually, just so people know, for an American, my accent is about as neutral as it gets.
Kind of, yeah. You're like more news reporter, Southern, yeah.
Yeah, it just geographically, that's just how it works. If I was further north or further south, it'd be a little different. Further west or further east, but where I'm geographically located and where I was raised, I'm almost completely neutral.
All right,
yeah, you don't have the twang.
No. I mean, I can do a twang, but it's not natural. Pass the butter and bring the water over here.
Oh, so news reporter. All right, go Hugh.
And what accent?
Your own voice.
My own voice.
Your own
voice. Pass the butter and bring the water over here.
Oh, I love that. Bring.
It's
mine's pass the butter and bring the water over here.
The water.
I don't know if we hear any difference.
No, I mean, listen. When we listen to the playback, no, it's quite different.
Okay.
So once again, pass the butter and bring the water over here.
They're totally picking like typical things that you want to hear a Boston person say. Do you want another one?
Yeah, let's do. This is fun.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Nil of thunder. That's about right. All right, here we go. Hugh goes first this time.
Okay. Tomorrow I might ride my bike to the market if the weather is nice.
I love his accent. I don't mean to laugh.
All right, Lori.
Tomorrow, I might ride my bike to the market if the weather is nice.
And now, Mr. Denver. Tomorrow, I might ride my bike to the market if the weather is nice.
Oh, you are so straight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
If I
It
was
does
doing-
allow me to mimic other people fairly quickly. Like if I go to Boston and if I hung out 2 days in Boston, I'd sound like a Southie because it gets absorbed because I'm so neutral. It's like a palate. And you
Well,
know,
when you go on vacation, right, and you're around the natives, so to speak, so long you pick up on it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Here's how I would say it in the way I think a lot of people think I sound, right?
Okay.
Tomorrow I might ride my bike to the market where it's nice.
Well, you remember I did Scottish night and I couldn't freaking get it. They're like, "Oh, are you doing Irish?" All right, I'm going to give you another one, and I'm going to do the Scottish accent.
Okay.
Chris's, and Chris will do Boston.
Okay.
Oh,
The way we
Jesus.
think it's supposed to sound.
All right. Yeah. All right. This will be fun.
I'm so bad with the Scottish ones. All right, what's this third one? Oh, see, they're throwing ones in with ours again. So obvious. Okay, hold on. So I will do the Scottish accent first.
Okay.
Why don't you put it up on screen? I don't know how to do a Scottish accent. I really need I can't roll my R's. I really need a large glass of water after that spicy dinner.
Okay. Now I got to channel the departed. I really need a large glass of water. Nah, that's terrible. After that spicy dinner. No, that was really bad. I usually do better than that.
Good try.
Really need a large glass of water.
Now you have to talk like Chris, yeah.
I really need a large glass of water, baby, because that's dinner.
Oh, wow. I'm sexier than I thought. Thanks, you.
So sexy. I love that.
And a creamy fucking pint.
Now, see, that's Irish. That's what I was doing on my show. I can't do the R's like the Scottish do, I guess. But
Roll the R.
Yeah, just don't overly roll them.
I know. Well, that was a hard word. Like, really? It starts with an R. I'd rather have the R be in the middle of the word, not start with really. Right?
No, it's John Travolta.
Like, large. I don't know. Let's get John Travolta voice. Is that George Clooney? Sexy.
Yeah. Well, fun stuff.
Boomer. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, hopefully everybody took their contraception because if you're listening to Hugh's voice, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, give me one more, so I might as well just pop it in here for you.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
And again, it's very stereotypical ChatGPT. It thinks I want Boston accents because it's me asking.
I packed the car by the habba and grabbed a cup of coffee.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's like you're holding, like.
Well, but again, you guys sound pretty nasally to me.
Oh, I think that New Yorkers
are more nasally than Boston.
Like Vince sound more nasally than us.
Yeah, no, I agree. But well, yeah, but he's Jersey. He's a Jersey guy.
Want me to do Hugh first? I parked the car by the harbour. I was trying to twist the words. I parked the car by the harbour and grabbed a cup of coffee. What a mess. What a mess.
Right. Okay. Now let's see Hugh do Boston.
Oh, you're Boston or Chris?
I packed the cab by the harbour and grabbed a cup of coffee.
You guys make me sound like such a fucking cork. That's great. All right, now do Chris again because you do a great Chris.
Well, I packed the cab by the harbour and grabbed a cup of coffee.
Baby.
Well, that's great. That's almost a full octave lower than I actually talk.
That's a great
coffee.
That's got a good flow. Usually I say I pack the car by the harbour yard, which is just so annoying, but
Harbor Yard, yeah.
Harbor the harbor and grabbed a cup of coffee. It's got a good flow to it.
I parked the car by the harbor, grabbed a cup of coffee.
Now we're making it. There once was a man from Boston. Yeah, I think one of the games I want to play tomorrow night is a tell a story game, which I think would be pretty funny. Like, I'm going to start with a sentence about March, and we each only add one word and just keep going and going and going and see where it goes. One word only, rather than, because we've played this kind of before, but you've added sentences and everybody gets screwed up.
Yeah.
So if you do one word, it kind of
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, very good. Now, any other pet peeves in this? We got like 15 minutes in this segment. Let's ram a couple more pet peeves in if we've got them.
And that's when I have to go anyhow.
Right.
Oh, I wrote down people who reply all on emails.
Business is a whole nother pet peeve thing, but yeah. Or, CC everybody and like, dude, what are we doing?
Yes, you see everybody.
Or my favorite, and this is like that Bush League corporate stuff where they're CCing supervisors and everything, like, look what Lane said. And, I said it. I played the corporate game for a while. Believe it, once upon a time,
it's kind of fun to do. It's kind of fun to flex.
I had short hair and a suit and a tie, but man, that is so not me. I'm just not.
I live it, and it's funny. I went to the eye doctors. My eye was a mess, and they're like, "It's the pianist. How's YouTube? I can't believe you work in corporate America." I said, "I know. I don't come across as that. I am just an entertainer." Yeah, I would love to do this. Just fun stuff for a living, not corporate.
Yeah.
Say the right thing.
A pet peeve of mine is it's a kind of new thing, I think, where if you're out in public, if you see somebody holding a door open for somebody or letting them go before them in a queue or anything, and the person on the other side goes, like,
doesn't say thank you or anything.
Yeah, nothing, just like
aggravating. Yep.
So what happened to common decency there?
Well, manners is the lubricant of society. I read that someplace and I thought, what a beautiful quote, because it's so true. When we're polite to one another, things go smoother. You can't hate a person holding a door open for you or letting you onto the freeway.
The freeway.
Well, I notice that if I'm in
the wave, I get pissed.
Yeah, if I'm in Glasgow city centre these days, there's a big difference. I notice it in just the general, the vibe of the public in general. Everybody's just so sinister and looking out for themselves only all the time. It's not very nice place to be honest.
I think there's so much going on. I think like the crazier the world gets, the more people are just in their own zone, so they forget politeness sometimes. It's like.
Well, I think that you're hitting on a key thing here, and we're getting a little away from the pet peeve, but let's go a little deeper in the discussion. I think that we, because of social media and because of just how everything is, we don't interact with people as we once did. Once upon a time, you had a relationship with people at the store. You were at a church with people. You were at a company or a business, and you had a different relationship, and you were more intertwined. And those bonds have been severed to a great degree.
Absolutely.
And so we are living in our own little space, and that when we use that term entitled or not self-aware, it's exactly that. We're just doing our own thing, and we're oblivious to other people, their emotions, where they're at, and all that kind of thing. And it's really sad. And
not everybody. I still.
I'm making a general statement, obviously.
Well, I think for the younger generation, it's even harder because they didn't learn how to talk face to face. It's all been started on the phone, and we were lucky enough not to have that.
No, and there's another element to that too. And again, I'm a little bit older. politeness sometimes is manifested by if you shoot your mouth off. When I was younger, somebody would just punch you in the face and go, shut up. And you can't talk like that. And unless you liked pain, you went, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I should select my words a little more carefully in certain situations. And we just all learned that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the converse is true. I mean, we called each other names and all this kind of things. And, we we played games like Smear the Person Same-Sex Oriented. And
what was that?
Older people will know they'll get the reference.
Are you smearing? Give him a dirty Sanchez or something?
No. But, boomers like me, you can call me every name in the book. I could give a shit. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Whereas younger people, they can't handle it. They just, you call them something and they melt.
That is just, again, it's not social media
sad.
thing.
Yeah, my nieces and nephews are just, they're snowflakes. I got to be honest with you. They just don't have...
behind a keyboard and they mouth off to people because they don't get that actual punch in the face.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's a shame.
And everybody online is shitting on each other when I'm like, would you say that to somebody in real life? But they don't know in real life because they've been behind a keyboard their whole lives or a phone.
Another, even a tiny thing, but the fact that we're becoming slowly a cashless society, there's no interaction between people in like shops anymore, really.
Exactly. That's part of it too, Hugh. Exactly right. Yeah, we just don't. One of my greatest things of all time that I really, I've been in the business, I've been in it for a very long time. And I'm a little bit of an idiot savant in that I have a extremely good memory for things that I read, especially like names and things like that. And some guy, and this was 15, 20 years ago, wrote me a letter. And, your magazine sucks and this, that, and it went on and on and on. I mean, it was really pretty disparaging. And I'm at a train show, I don't know, 4 years later, 5 years later, and this guy walks up, and we all have name badges, and I looked at him, and I'll just say John Doe. Yeah. And John Doe walks up, and he starts talking to me in the thing, and I went, oh, hey, John Doe. You wrote me that letter 4 years ago, and you really weren't very complimentary. And it was so fun to watch a huge grown man shrivel into a sniveling little apologetic. And I just said, next time, I mean, I'm certainly, we can talk about things and you can be critical, but, you might run into somebody someday and here you did, John.
and
it was delightful.
Awesome.
But yeah, that happens so rarely.
Behind the pen, hiding behind the keyboard, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just exactly it. He was hiding behind the keyboard. And folks out there, most of the people in our community are not that way. But when you get tempted, because I'll tell you, every day I spend enough time on the internet and I read something and I want to fire off a rocket, and no, just don't.
I'm pretty open with people on YouTube like I am in my life. I mean, I won't be trying not to be a bitch about things, but I'll tell you now.
Yeah, well, you can be truthful, but don't be a keyboard warrior is what I was getting at,
We're on camera. It's a lot different, too.
Well, yeah. That brings me to my last pet peeve. I mean, I know you guys do meetings. I do meetings. And because we do this and we're on every week and we practice and all that kind of stuff, you get people in meetings who have no idea how to turn on a camera and they don't know how to mute themselves and they're, chewing chips and, whatever else is like, can we have a professional meeting, please? And for some people, the answer is no. No, we cannot.
When I was at my parents' last week, my dad still works. He's 80 and he's in a big job. And he was working from home because of the storm. And he had a meeting and I could hear him in the other room. And when he came out of the room, I started laughing. I said, is every meeting the same? I could just hear the woman going, you can't see my screen. You can't see my screen. Oh, you're on mute, John. You're like all the same things. Everybody said, and I'm laughing. I go, it doesn't matter where you go. Everybody's the same in these meetings, And we do it on YouTube too. We're not perfect.
Well, we certainly have all had our mute violations, although knock on wood, I've been pretty good lately, but.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah, which I've probably just totally jinxed myself.
No shit. Huh? Well, I'm glad to hear that you can hear me because I will be going live tomorrow night, and I wasn't sure. I've
Yep,
been on
levels are
Frank's
good.
since then, but I haven't done my own show. But I
Oh.
didn't fry my microphone, and my new stand's working, so yay.
Yay, all of that is good stuff.
Yeah. But this was a fun discussion. You took my mind off the corporate stuff, but I need to go. It's midnight, though. I do need to get my beauty rest. So,
Yes, indeed. Well, it's not helping me at all.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the weekend after this week, and I'm just, I may be pretty fucking tanked on my show. So tune in.
That's always fun. Well, hey, Friday night, who knows? I usually don't have a snootful on your show, but usually by the time Gary's show rolls around, then I'm feeling pretty jolly.
By the time
Tomorrow going to
Gary-
be Laurie's mish sloshed.
Mishwashed. There's Coldy. Maybe he'll come on too.
Yeah, that's his pet peeve.
Before I get
Exactly.
home.
It's already his Friday, so
Yeah, well, haul ass, Coldy. I'll try and keep the show open for a few minutes. Let's see if we can get Coldy on as a guest and he can give us his pet peeves live right at the end of the show.
would love that. Would love that.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
All right, guys, I'm going to toodaloo. Take care. Thank you,
All
Chris.
right. Hey, thanks for coming on. Always great to see you, Lori.
You too. Fun conversation.
All right. See you tomorrow night.
I'll try my best to make it for the show tomorrow night. Hopefully.
Don't stress, but I'd love to see you there. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And you can strum a little for us. It's play live night. I got to send out before I go to bed. I'll send out a link to Sunshine if you want to come on and sing after before you go out to Sonic or whatever. You're welcome. But anyhow, you guys are the best.
You too.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
There she goes. She's off to pack a caucus in the bed. Why can I do it better when she's gone? I don't know. Wasn't that much better, but it's a little better. Bye, Lori, you damn fool. Fun stuff. Fun stuff indeed. Yeah, I look forward to Fridays are good. Lots of good entertainment. Lots of hanging out with cool people. And again, that's why I do this show every week. It's just, this is my touch base with my peeps hour. Peeps in the chat, people on the show.
Well, I was able to pop on tonight because I had an unplanned nap after eating earlier today. So I fell asleep on the couch for about 3.5 hours. So wide awake.
Nice. Yeah, I am one of those dudes. I do not nap. And not that I can't nap or when I love a nap, but it screws me up so bad and I tend to stay up late anyway. So yeah, if I take a nap, even for 30 minutes, I'm hosed. I mean, it's, 3, 5 in the morning.
Like
yeah. So I've just learned not to do it.
I need to nap because I don't sleep normal like a normal person does. So
yeah,
if I don't nap, I don't sleep.
Well, I've got my routine. I go up and I give the boys just a little bit of food, and then I turn on the fan and snuggle in, and then Squid jumps on my legs and kind of gets between my feet there, and that's his sleeping place. And
Yeah.
so then it's nighty-night time, and as long as I don't have to. Well, and I drink coffee until it's gone, and then I drink water the rest of the night. So I do get up in the middle of the night at least once, if not twice, too.
Yeah.
But I'm one of those people that's very blessed. I can stumble downstairs to the restroom with one eye, do what I need to do, get back in bed, and be asleep in 30, 40 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a nice ability to have.
I wish that I'd be lying if I said I wasn't envious of that one.
Yeah, and I know, and I tell people that, and I realize really how blessed I am to be able to sleep most of the time with no issue. My wife struggles with it. Most people I know have some issues with it. I've got my own issues, but sleep, at least right now, is not one of them. And again, as you know, that's a very common side effect of steroids. Is it screws up your sleep. Well, that I have not had.
Uh-huh.
no issue with that. Yeah, Coldy. Yeah, and I'm weird in that way, but I've always been able to do that. And kind of the joke is like we'll go someplace and stay over. I mean, I can sleep on the floor, I can sleep in a chair, I can sleep on a sofa. It doesn't matter to me. Like no big deal. And
You must be related to my cat.
I must have some cat in me because I can get comfortable pretty much anywhere and snore out. Well, I mean, when my other cats were babies and everything, I slept on the living room floor with them because they were just little kittens and they were weaned a little too early from their mother, so I just was in the habit, and I just threw the sofa cushions on the floor and snuggled in with the cats, and so yeah, I've been sleeping with the cats for literally decades.
Mm.
Yeah, some people are. I mean, I love naps, but they don't love me in that respect. Now, there are certainly occasions where, like if I have a magazine deadline where I'm burning ridiculous midnight oil, sometimes I'll have to just nap just to get enough juice to power through and finish.
Yeah.
Like when we finish the show in an hour or so, I will probably work for at least 30 minutes, if not an hour, just so I can go out of town for a couple days with a somewhat clear conscience.
I will have to try and have another nap after this, or I will not get up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I do feel bad for people in the different time zones, and Australia, it's in the afternoon there, and still fairly early morning for you, right? It's what, 6 in the morning?
5.
5, okay. Yikes. See, I was off. It was daylight saving time. Threw me off. That's my excuse. It's bullshit, but that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Anywho, well, I wonder, because I could use a little sip of coffee. I think I do. I've got a song that I wanted to play last week, and I didn't get to it. So I'm going to get to it right now, and that will allow Hugh to get a cup if he needs one. And I'll fill up mine, and I got to, of course, find it. Because it's right there, but I have to change the, in the thing to call it up. Well, damn it. Why is it not showing up? You go to a different window to do this.
Right.
And, well, you dirty, dirty bastard. All right. Well, then we're going to do something different. I'm going to call an audible here because I have something else. I'm going to turn on, our friend Jasnaya has put together an album of some of her songs, and of course I'm a huge fan of hers. I just think she is lovely in every way. So we're going to hear one of her songs right now, and this is from her album that she just put out, Hush, and you can buy it on Bandcamp. I bring this up because Friday is Bandcamp Friday. So you can buy, and I'll put the link in the chat here in a second, but you can buy her album, and I highly recommend it. And here's her song, Fool.
Stupid, I don't mind. I'll grab all the joy that I can find. When things are bad, I don't need to know. If I can't change it, I'm letting it go. Tell me the world is going to shit, then be upset when I refuse to admit that life's an abyss. Cause I don't wanna miss a single reason to smile. To smile. But you're addicted to drama, I'm addicted to life. I wanna be happy while you need to be right. You know life is cruel, but I'm just a fool, and that is alright with me. Yeah, you're addicted to drama, I'm addicted to life. I wanna be happy while you need to be right. You know life is cruel, but I'm just a fool, and that is alright with me. Happily digging my head in the sand. It's not me, it's you who doesn't understand that the focus on pain will drive you insane, but it won't change a single thing. So you better smile, but you're addicted to drama, I'm addicted to life. I wanna be happy while you need to be right. You know life is cruel, but I'm just a fool, and that is alright with me. I don't need to be sorry, I don't need to be right. I don't wanna know better, and I have no will to fight. But you're addicted to drama, I'm addicted to life. I wanna be happy while you need to be right. You know life is cruel, but I'm just a fool, and that is alright with me. I'm happy being a fool, I'm happy being a fool, I'm happy being a fool, and it's my absolute right. I'm happy being a fool, I'm happy being a fool, I'm happy being a fool, it is my ultimate choice. You tried to take me.
And we're back.
Leah's awesome.
Yeah, that's a happy tune, isn't it? I mean, it's just, the thing that I really appreciate about Jasnaya is she's dealing with some stuff, but she does not allow that to affect her positive outlook on things. Honest about it. It's like, here's what I'm dealing with, but you know what? I'm dealing with it. And it's just, she is a delightful human being. So
She is. Yeah.
Bandcamp Friday, I just, while I was doing that, I followed her, which I don't know why I wasn't following her on Bandcamp. I think that this may be one of her first releases on Bandcamp. And I plan on picking up her album tomorrow. And if I do that, she will get an even greater percentage of the proceeds and Bandcamp is quite generous, I must say. I don't like to brag, but I've sold enough on Bandcamp that I could afford not one, but 2 sets of bass strings. Right? Wow. Just rolling in it. Although they've changed their thing and now you got to go through Stripe and, before it was PayPal and that was a lot easier, but now you got to, and I have not signed up for the Stripe thing. So if anybody's bought any of my music here in the last month, it's just sitting in there because I haven't retrieved it. But anyway, I do like to support people on Bandcamp. I think it's a great thing, and and their format's really good. You download it, you own it, and life is good. And you can name your price.
Absolutely. I just paid was it £30 for free guitar plectrums.
Wow, what are they made of?
I can't actually remember the material, but they're jazz frees.
Okay. No, I'm a cheap ass boomer. I don't buy $46 bass strings. Mine are 24 to 30. Yeah. I mean, my music ain't that popular, bro. But I have not had to buy bass strings. My bass strings last a long time. But I do have to go through and I have to restring. Pretty much, I tend to do my guitars in bunches, and all of a sudden, all my strings are kind of crapping out at the same time. So I need to,
I do that a lot too.
yeah. So I need to replace, at a minimum, I've got to replace the strings on my Yamaha acoustic, on my Ibanez semi-hollow, and on my for sure on my Ibanez electric, because the G string is not intonating right, and it was. So that tells me that they're dead.
I restrung 5 acoustics a couple of days ago.
Yeah, well, I imagine you're a lot quicker at it than I am. You've had lots of practice over the years.
Yeah, probably. I can do an acoustic guitar in maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, I take my time because I want to clean the fretboard and I want to and polish it and all that kind of stuff. But I usually takes me probably 30 minutes a guitar.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean do all that. I mean, just the actual string change itself takes
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Well, I like to, yeah, I'd use the time to go over it and, clean the dust out of the parts that, the
Oh
strings
yeah,
cover and all that kind of stuff. So
oh yeah.
I probably could change just the strings themselves in 5 to 8 minutes, I'm guessing, something like that. Because I always overthink it, and I start stringing. I went, "Am I winding this the right way? Am I on the right side of the post? The wrong?" And then half the time I talk myself into doing it and changing it, and then go, "No, I was right the first time." God damn it!
I've probably employed about 15 different ways of changing strings over the years, and most of them work, but at different uh, in different ways of the end product. Really, as in, I've now found that if you wrap once round the post by hand,
Mm-hmm.
put through the hole, uh, and then loop the string back over the top, you can almost do it in one motion, like that.
Yeah,
That will never come off. And when you go to take your string off to put new ones on, you've not got any knots.
yeah. That's when you know you've strung it right. When you go to string it the next time and you cut the string and it comes right off, and you go, "Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't make it harder on myself."
I used to do it I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it for a living. Now I could maybe be stringing up like 25 guitars a day sometimes, and you find a way that takes less pressure on your hands and stuff.
Right.
So I just developed a way of doing it that was easier for me, and I could do it fast and get the same results every time.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, consistency, having the same approximate number of wines and all that kind of stuff. And,
Yeah.
which all that stuff really helps with your tuning and your intonation by doing it right and consistent.
Gary, anyone recommend a good string stretcher? Yes, index finger.
Yeah, I mean, I hold it at the nut, so I'm not scraping through there. But yeah, I'll put a little pressure on it and then wind it up to tension.
Yep.
And I think that's just the best way to go. And I'm well known. My huge pet peeve: a guitar that will not stay in tune cannot be owned by me. I won't tolerate it.
Yeah, and there are some ones, even when you intonate it to almost perfect, they stay in tune. Even hardtail without a tremolo, I don't know what it is. It's a weird thing from the gods that just decries that that guitar is just crap and shouldn't be in your house.
Yeah, well, and
It's
that,
just
but even my three saddle telly stays in good tune. I mean, it does not intonate perfectly. It's physically impossible. It cannot,
yeah,
just because of the way it's designed. But it's very close. And I mean, I can hear
yeah,
that it's 3 cents off, but you're never going to hear it normally.
yeah. Another little tip for anybody that's wondering why their guitar just always slightly out when they're using a tuner is if you tune by the note, right, tune a higher pitch than the note, and then tune below the note, and then bring it up slowly to the note. Your string has enough time to stretch it the way the last little bit of stretching is in that, and then when you tune up to the note, you will stay in tune.
Yeah, and that's an I was going to say obvious, but that's not the right word. It's just physics. But a lot of people do it wrong. They'll go ahead and be, oh, I'm a little sharp, and they'll detune it, and that's not going to stay in tune. You got to
No,
go below it, and you got to ease it up,
yeah,
and I mean like, ease it, and depending on the quality of your tuners. How hard you have to crank it to ease it up. Some have a tighter gear ratio than others, and some
yeah.
have more
Like
stuff.
Cole Daker was saying there about the nut, strings binding in the nut. That's a huge thing. If you're going to have a guitar set up, that's the first thing that has to be taken care of is the nut slots.
Yeah, and I've got this is what I'm suspecting on the Ibanez. I'm thinking the slot is now off on that G string because it used to be in perfect tune, and now it's one of my marginal ones, and so I'm going to take a look at the nut when I restring it and just see if I've got some wear in there, if I need to make an adjustment.
I mean, for anybody that owns more than one guitar, right? See if you buy, I don't mean the cheapest, but not an expensive set of nut files. You won't, as long as you take it easy and watch a few videos on YouTube of whatever. Almost anybody can have the perfect uh, nut slots for their guitars. It's not hard as long as you just don't go crazy like it. You know what?
Yeah. Well, I'm very fortunate because I have a bunch of sets of very fine jeweler's files for my modeling hobby. So, I got files and no
they're,
problem,
they're, they're cool. Yeah,
and they'll work. I mean, the obviously, StuMac will sell you a perfect set for a whole lot of money, but
yeah. The set I've got that I had for my work cost me like 200 odd pounds. So, but they're made in Japan and will last forever.
yeah, all my kitchen knives are made in Japan. They're the best. The Japanese are know about cutting things.
Oh, very much so.
Indeed. Furious wrist action sounds like either a kung fu movie or some other kind of movie. Yes, that's right. Lots of talk about these nuts, but
These
nuts
nuts.
are important.
Uh, there's Brad.
It's Brad. What's going on, Bradley? How you doing, buddy? If you guys don't know, you better. Brad's got a great show on Saturdays. And I was a guest here recently, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was big fun for me. My buddy Dom was on also recently, and Brad has a great show, very entertaining. Brad knows a whole lot of songs, both
Yeah.
his own and other people's, and it's good. Why am I blanking the name of his show, Hugh? because I'm old.
Now that you've said it, I forgot
Son of a
to.
bitch. I was going to tell everybody the name of the show, and it left my mind. I'm visualizing it right now. The After Party.
After party.
There we go. Oh, and see, I got it before you put it in the chat. So, god damn it. Yeah, sometimes, don't you hate that when, like, you know somebody and you meet them and you're going to say hi to them and their name is gone? And I'm really good with names, but that does happen every once in a while. And God, that sucks. I hate it when that happens. But you know, the hard drive gets full some days, and it just
My,
it,
my,
it,
my
it won't.
brain my brain works funny. I could probably tell you every lyric of every Jimi Hendrix song, right, and word for word every single song. But then, if you ask me what my second cousin's name is that I haven't seen for 2 years,
Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it? I think that's part of the male brain seems to work that way because, you know, I deal with a lot of people who are borderline autistic. And I mean, they can tell you every car number that the railroad owned and all this kind of stuff and just ridiculous trivia. But, you know, they couldn't tell you what they had for breakfast or, you know, what their wife's name
yeah.
is or, yeah. I have often said that I am a walking repository of absolutely useless information, which makes me great at Trivial Pursuit, but sometimes not great at life.
I remember once I was in a conversation recently, actually, with a mate of mine, and we're talking about mountains in Scotland. And I've climbed the second highest mountain in Scotland. It's called Ben Lomond, up in Loch Lomond.
Yeah.
I've climbed it something like 7 times, and we were talking about it. I said, yeah, I said, well, I was up climbing Ben. I was going Ben Nevis, no, not Ben Nevis, Ben Moore, no. 2 minutes later, it's like, I
Bend
blame the
over.
drugs, Chris. I blame blend over. There you go.
It happens. Yeah. I mean, we all. Hey, there's our good buddy Sal Caruso. What's going on? How are you, buddy? Thanks for
Hey,
joining us
Sal.
tonight. Yeah, chemo brain is a thing. Back when I was, and this is in 2008, when I was undergoing the treatments. Yeah, I was not as sharp as I wanted to be, but it happens. You get over it eventually. Yeah, names it is a gift, and I was taught early on in my business career. You know, you shake somebody's hand, you look them in the eye, you repeat their name and everything, and that really works pretty well. And I'm good with names and relations. I relate them to their business or whatever, but every once in a while, it just you got nothing. And here's the weird thing: like I'd meet a husband and wife. And inevitably, I would get one of their names, no problem, the other one, nothing. Often it was the husband that I would remember and not the wife. But there was a lot of times it was the wife, and I couldn't remember the husband's name for Jack. I'm like, you know, what are you going to do?
Talking about remembering things, I remember I played a little guitar blues piece, and you said to me, "What I would like to do."
I did.
Yeah, I've just remembered what song it was, what tune it was.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you got to record it and send it to me, man.
I think it was this one. Can you turn off my echo cancellation?
Yeah, I got you, bro. Hold on. Stand by. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if can you hear this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think it was this blues tune I was doing.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. Record it, man. Got to send it to me.
My notepad. I have to do that now for remembering anything.
Yeah. Well, I got yellow stickies all over my desk that have various things because yeah, that's how I work. That's what happens. Hey, Accent Nacho, what's going on, brother man? How are you? Good to see you. And I just Vito is still hanging with us. And but yeah, the yeah, you get to test the acoustics in there. That's not. You know what? I got a story about that, but I don't think I'm going to share it because it was a. It's not that I'm embarrassed because I'm not embarrassed about anything, but yeah, I was receiving treatment in a part of my body that is usually covered with at least some semblance of clothing, and during the course of that, I was fairly naked or highly underclothed a lot of the time, and just got used to it. It was what it was. But when I finally got to the final stages of the radiation, I just get in there and hop up and just strip down. And one of the nurses got and said, for doing this, you don't have to do that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, sorry for the show. Thanks for telling me. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it just was a point of like janitors are in there and like, what do you? At some point, you just don't care. Like, bring in this marching band.
Back when I got took into hospital because of my failing body before I got diagnosed with stuff. Well, they took me in an ambulance to the hospital, and you know how they tell you to get naked and put the little robe thing on?
Oh, yeah.
I put the little robe thing on back to front.
Everybody does that at least once.
The nurse was going, Mr. Caldwell, what? Wait, turn it round, son, turn it round.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yep, indeed. Hey, just what it is sometimes. Thank goodness for the people that take care of us, because
yeah,
they've seen it all and done it all and do it every day. And God bless them.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, we've got a great crowd continuing to hang out, and we appreciate that. And just for people know, we've got lots of stuff coming up tomorrow. All the usual Friday entertainment, and I know Gary usually throws the link list up, so I'm not going to try and go through and name everybody, because as we know, when I start to name everybody, I always forget somebody, and I don't want to do that. So, check the list when Gary puts it up, and if he doesn't have it quite completed yet, he will have it up on his channel by tomorrow. But of course, Gary's playing tomorrow. Lori's show. We've got the Leelaverse. We've got Jade. We've got Valerie. We've got Charlie Gabaldon, and we've got Pole Vault and Sunshine doing their show. Yeah. And so there's a partial list of all of the folks and there's some people who kind of come and flitter in Fridays, and sometimes they stream and sometimes they don't, whatever. Yeah. But we like consistency. Show up and do your thing, and then get the hell out. Make room for the next guy. And that's what Friday is. It's a rolling train of entertainment from fairly early on. Hey, there's the dog paw who just got home. Wolf, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Wolf. Yeah, we are just having a pet peeve around. I'm actually glad it was very therapeutic to let some of that stuff go, wasn't it? Those little, although now we'll all think about each other's peeves and we'll hear it and go, oh yeah, that's now that irritates me too. It didn't before. There was one where, and it's and I could name the name, but I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not going to. But this is a very famous female country vocalist, and won Grammys, lots of hits and everything. And at some point, my wife said, I don't love her. She takes such a big breath before she sings. And my
Right.
wife said, and I thought about it and I went, okay. And then I started listening. And now I can't unhear it. It's totally ruined that artist for me. I mean, again, she sold millions of records, hugely popular. But I can't listen to her anymore because all I hear is because of my wife's comment.
That happens.
Yeah, made me super paranoid about it myself. It's like, am I sucking up a lot of air before I sing? You find little things like that. Excuse me, half a second. I got that dreaded tickle. Hey,
Tickly throat.
yeah, I don't usually have that, but had a little bit. The pollen, because it's been so warm here in Denver, a lot of the plants go, I guess it's spring. And like some of my stuff is starting to bud. It's like, bro, it's too early. It's gonna snow. Surely it's gonna snow.
It's just the start now of spider season over here.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I love that.
I had two little black spiders that looked like twin brothers in my bath this morning.
Yeah, that's my wife's pet peeve. She goes, why is it that I get in the shower, I can't see without my glasses, I'm naked, and that's when the spiders jump out? She goes, it's a conspiracy and I don't like it. If I ever die in the shower, that's going to be why.
The weirdest incident I ever saw with a spider, right? It was one year in the summer, and I happened to be walking to my bathroom, and at the end of the hall, there's a window right in the middle of the wall, and just to the right of that, I was almost, I would say, about that away from it, and I went like, and I swear, Chris, there was 3 spiders the size of my hand, right? 3 spiders in a row.
What the hell?
One just slightly up from the next one, about 6 inches apart. And I was like, what the
They having a conference?
I was almost scared to walk by them in case they jumped me.
Yeah, exactly. They're leaping. Yeah, we do have the kind of spiders here that do leap, and yeah, they're not great.
Well, that freaked me out a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Because we got. Yeah, I definitely this last summer, and I don't know if it was in bed or working in the garden or something, but at some point I realized that I had a bite and swelling on my calf, and I'm sure a spider nailed me, but it was that big hard welty, and then it oozes that yellow. I mean, it was bad. And I had a buddy who had that happen. He was in Texas, and something got him a spider. He damn near lost his leg because it got infected, and they kept cleaning it out, and they couldn't get rid of the infection. I mean, he came this close to having his leg amputated. So, yeah, that ain't great.
We're lucky that almost all of the ones over here are not kind of poisonous. So,
we've got, brown recluse, and that is a nasty spider. We have them here in Colorado, too. We have tarantulas, which are, they are poisonous, but they're like the sheepdogs of the spider world. They're big and fuzzy, and they kind of like you, and they don't usually bite. But the brown recluses are assholes. They will absolutely bite you.
One spider I'm glad, just because of the freaky size of it, we don't have over here. In Australia, they have the huntsman.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I mean, that's the stuff of horror movies. Everything in Australia can kill your ass. I mean, it's it's pretty impressive. My kid went there on a school trip thing, and we get all the material and the list of things that they had to watch out for. I'm like, holy shit! It was the spiders, it was snakes. They had little rodents that were poisonous, and it just on and on and on. Like, holy, it's a murder continent.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how Jade and Coley and everybody walks around down there like, it's all right. That's I've learned that. If an
just
Aussie
normal.
says it'll be all right, it's not all right at all. Is the exact opposite of all right.
Because they've all been drinking the amber nectar.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, now the Canadians are throwing bags of milk at one another.
Bags of milk.
Yeah, that's a very Canadian thing, the bags of milk. We, because we're Americans, we have cartons, but they have bags. Which, I mean, it makes it hard to print the missing kids on there because the kids are all distorted and you don't know actually what they look like. So I don't know if they even still do that. For a long time here in the U.S., they would have you seen me, and they'd have some kid on a milk carton. And yeah, which I'm going to have to do. This magazine that I've started editing, I received all the files from the late editor's computer and everything, and there's a lot of them that don't have a name on them. So, of course, Bob knew he was 93 years old when he passed, and he was as sharp as the day was long. His body failed him, but his mind was razor sharp. Well, so he knew all who these guys were. He could have looked at a folder and said, oh, that was Joe Blow that wrote that and everything. Well, I don't have that luxury. So talking with the graphic artist, and we'll probably have to start putting the little milk carton icon on one of the pages and going, have you seen me? And I'll print part of the story to like, who wrote this? I'd like to run it in the magazine, but I don't know who you are. All right. Is Pole Vault not behaving? Oh, yeah. Pole Vault is not behaving. But we would expect no less. Right?
Yep.
Pole vaults are going to pole vault, right? Spiders are going to spider. Snakes are going to snake. Pole vaults are going to pole vault. It's just what they do.
Well, I've two more dental appointments, Chris, and that's me finished.
That'll be good.
A full set of teeth again.
Yeah, that did not work out for me as well as I had hoped.
No, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm within the next month or so, I'll be at least back to where I was before I started that horse shit. Of course, I'm a lot poorer, but at least, I'm not getting my face wrenched on every other week.
Yeah.
So that's good. Well, and that's good that you'll be all taken care of, and because there's nothing worse than having. The worst part was my teeth are very healthy. I had one bad tooth that had to be extracted, and that one area has caused me no end of issues. Everything else is fine.
I had horrendous gum pain for like 3 months solid.
Yeah, that sucks.
You just can't eat. You can't eat on one side, and then you can't really eat properly, and it's like.
Yeah, no, that is no fun.
Anyway.
And I don't know about you, but I like to eat.
Oh, indeed, me too. Yeah,
indeed, eating is good. Eating is one of those pleasures that,
Yep.
But people are funny about that. Now, I'm one of those people. I eat for pleasure. My son, the kind of pseudo bodybuilder. He's not a bodybuilder, but he's really in good shape. He just eats for fuel. He likes food. It's fine, but he doesn't derive the joy from it that I do.
I love it. I mean, me and my neighbour, who's a friend, there's a boat that's now stationary in Scotland called McMonagle's,
Okay.
and it's a fish and chip restaurant now. And we went there. It was like a good few hours on the train just to get there, just to go for the day for a meal, and it was amazing. One of the meals, right, is like a steak pie. So you've got your chunks of steak and gravy and your pastry on top.
Right.
But have you ever heard of a deep fried battered baked potato?
Ah.
It sounds weird, but it's weirdly, strangely works.
Yeah, I
That
can see it.
that goes with it instead of boiled or roast potatoes. So amazing food.
Nice. Yeah, that's one of my favorite in Seattle. You go out, it's Ivar's, and it's basically shaped like a boat, or where it is an old boat. It's right, you overlook the ferry going out to the island there, and
Yeah.
it amazing. Last time I was there on business, I just camped out at the restaurant and had a great meal, and then got on the ferry and just rode it over to the island, and then rode it back, and
Cool.
that was a good day on planet Earth.
Oh yeah. That's the kind of days you look back and you remember it being good just for one reason only. Your
Yeah.
belly was happy.
Oh, absolutely. Well, at Portland, Maine, my company sent me there for a business trip, and I wanted to leave. The show ended on Saturday night, so I wanted to get out of there, Sunday morning, get back home. Well, because they were being cheap asses, they're like, "Well, we'll get you out Sunday, but the flight's not until 8 o'clock at night." And I went, "Really? You're going to stick me in town for a whole other day?" And they went, "Yeah." So I got up Sunday morning and walked downtown and went out on the docks, and I ate my way through Portland until I had to take a cab to the airport. And they got my expense report, and they went, "Holy fuck, Lane, because I had crabs and I had lobster bisque and I just had everything I could think of because I love seafood." And they got my expense report, and they went, "Jesus, Lane." And I said, "I told you not to leave me in Portland for a whole extra day. That's on you." And my boss was like, "Well, you did." That was
And
good.
an ambition of mine is to go to Turkey for just for the food.
Yeah.
Love Turkish food.
Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of it. The little I've had, I thought was pretty good. Now, a lot of Middle Eastern food, I don't really care for.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a big lamb guy. That is just that's
Yeah.
a red meat I don't love. But
Right.
and then some of the dates and some of the other things in there, I like rice, but some of the preps I'm not crazy about. My business partner is in Virginia, and but he was stationed in Baltimore for a long time, and we'd do business out there, and we would go to a restaurant called Shamshari, and it was Iranian refugees that had
Right.
fled after the Shah got overthrown, and and he loved this place. The backstory is his dad was in the service diplomatic corps, and they were stationed in Iran for many years. So he was
Yeah.
partially educated there, et cetera, et cetera. His dad worked for the State Department. But anyway, we would go to this restaurant. I mean, it was it was like a 5-star restaurant. And I mean, it was really good. And he loved it. And I thought, this is excellent food. It's beautifully prepared. Just not my cup of tea. Exactly.
Yeah, but with Turkey, there's a lot of stuff I don't like as well, but there's more stuff that I do like than even I can get over here. So even a lot of the stuff, it's like infused olive oil with stuff, all
Mhm.
that stuff. It's just like complex flavors on stuff. It's once you've had some of that food, it's like just amazing. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like having been to the Mediterranean, I love all the food in that region. That just nothing there I don't love. All the fresh seafood and of course all the tomatoes and just everything there is amazing. I really, really like Italian food. And
Have you ever tried the national tipple of Turkey, raki?
I don't believe so. No.
No, it's aniseed based.
Ooh, I would not like it then because I
Right.
do not care for anise. Yeah.
It's pretty strong, so you need to water it down, and I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's one of those flavors I do not care for. And my son, when he got a little successful and he was so proud and took his mom and dad out to a nice restaurant and it was attached to a distillery, Shanahan's distillery here. And we had some of their whiskey and it was all wonderful and we had a wonderful meal. And so we're looking at the desserts and all that kind of stuff. And he said, "Hey, look, they have absinthe here." And I'd heard of it, the green fairy, and I'm like, "Well, that's cool. I've never had it. You want to try it?" And he goes, "Yeah, let's try it." So we tried it, and they had poured the water and had the whole thing, and it was a great presentation. And then I tasted it. I went, "Ah, fuck, it's licorice. I hate licorice. Damn it." So it's this huge buildup, and I'm like, "Ah, shit, this is a flavor I don't like."
I've actually liked that since I was a kid, so I'm okay with it. There's one country that I've been to numerous times, but although their food is world famous, I don't like French food.
Interesting, yeah. I, I really do, but
There's too many things that they use a lot of that I'm not uh, kindly with.
yeah, I do like. If I can find a really good French restaurant, I'm all about it. But they are a little hard to come. They used to be more prevalent here in the U.S., but there was one in Steamboat Springs that was amazing, but they're long gone, unfortunately.
It's a lot of the sauces, Chris. I don't like. They
Yeah,
do loads of different sauces, and I just it's not really for me.
yeah, I like a lot of the flavors and techniques, but not all of it. Yeah, well, I mean, Burns said my problem is I just don't like anise, and I don't like that, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna like it. It's the same thing. Gin, I mean, gin's made all over the world. English gin is amazing, but I'm allergic to juniper, so I don't like gin.
Cody's saying the hammer garlic, though, your favourite. They do indeed. Well, I'll just have French bread with rubbed garlic and olive oil. That'll do.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the French do make wonderful pastries. There
Yeah.
is there is a French bakery just south of me here, and it's they make macarons. I didn't say that right, but my tongue's getting tired. And pastry. Their croissants are so
Yeah.
flaky light.
Yeah.
This guy's won awards because he's so
It's
good.
so buttery.
Yeah, and the line is out like 70 deep every weekend for people looking to, and it's a tiny shop, but 70, they're snaked around the whole thing to get in there. So I always order ahead and then I feel like a dick, but I walk right in and pick up my order and go, "See you guys."
It's one thing the French do amazingly well is that you can't get here. Is almost at any street corner you'll find an old rustic bakery that you can go in at any time in the morning and get a fresh baguette.
Hmm.
That's just beautiful. So
Yeah, that's
I'll
French
give them that.
baguettes, French croissants, like the croissants. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's about right. Uh, Yeah, I would think I would be probably fairly pathetic at trying to speak French, even if I had good teachers, which I did not.
Yeah, I do sound like I'm drunk when I'm trying French, actually.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, my tongue gets tired, and I sound like I'm drunk even just talking normal. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Well, that's
what's that?
well. I was going to say. Now, see, I feel bad for birds because I can walk within a mile and I can get some of the best Mexican food in the world because Hispanics have been here in Colorado before. It was Colorado and before it was really the United States. So we've got great Mexican food here in Colorado.
Yeah, a mate of mine was traveling up from Texas all the way up the middle of America and stuff like that. And one of the places that he was in Colorado. Is it called Boulder?
Yeah, Boulder, Colorado.
I think it was in Boulder.
That's where I was born, actually, in Boulder.
And a couple of other places around about there. And one thing he did mention was the hospitality there, and the food was great. They loved it there. The couple, I know.
Yeah. We have had, we're very fortunate that we have a very lively food scene here, or did. But yeah, you can get some of everything here. Okay. Half a year in Germany and half in Texas. Well, there you go. Well, it's funny because most Texans, especially in the Hill Country, they were all of German descent. So they make beer there, and that's a big barbecue country, and yeah, and they sprechen sie Deutsch.
I like some German dishes, but a lot of it's not really my bag, really.
Yeah, I like some too. Very pork, and I like pork. My wife is of German descent. They immigrated. Her family.
I made a pork loin that long last week.
Yeah, I've got a pork loin in my freezer right now, as a matter of fact, because I like pork loin, and I get out my cast iron pan and season it up, and then just finish it in the oven for a little bit, and that's good eating.
Oh, that's great.
And the pan gravy out of the cast iron while it's finishing.
Oh,
yum 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 yum.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, it really is nice. Good thing I'm full of tuna melt, because otherwise I'd be getting hungry. Yeah, San Antonio, nice city. Hey, Burns, remember the Alamo? He probably remembers the Alamo. Yeah, Alamo is a big deal.
Mm.
Yeah, San Antonio's done business there a couple of times. It's a nice city. We found because we were down there for a week and we got a little weary of Mexican food, so we stumbled upon a steak restaurant that was just off the Riverwalk by a block or two. I couldn't tell the name of this place. But oh my goodness, and it was just like an old school kind of steak restaurant, but with that Texas flair. And you can get pretty good beef in Texas, surprisingly, right? Oh man, that was good, man. That was I don't remember because the inside of convention halls all look the same. But so we always remember the restaurants we ate at, the food we got when we do these trips. That's what's memorable.
I'll tell you one thing, Chris. I would consider myself a fair to decent cook. I can cook a lot of things pretty well, but my whole life I've always struggled to really, really make a really great steak.
Interesting.
Always struggled with it.
Huh? What's your struggle exactly? Is it the cook time, or the doneness, or the texture, or where's your steak game weak?
It changes. That's the thing. Not everything lines up. All the parts were done properly at the same time. So I don't know. It's just it never tastes like when you go to a good restaurant. Where you've got that's melt in the mouth and seasoned beautifully and all that. And I don't know what it is. I've always struggled. I mean, I can cook a pork chop, no problem, or whatever. But I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. I can see that. I mean, yeah, steak is easy, but not. To Hugh's point, I pride myself on being able to put a steak on the plate that people go, "Oh, if I was in a restaurant, I'd pay $40 for this." That, and having the seasoning right, the temperature just right, all of those things. And so much of it is dependent on your cut of meat. Like I mentioned earlier in the program, I buy directly from a farm out on the eastern plains of Colorado. So, and I don't buy a lot of steak from them, but when I do buy the steak, I mean, even their sirloins are tender
Right.
and flavorful and, not just King Supers or Safeway crap steaks. They're
Yeah, yeah.
really, the quality is there from the start. And that's the big thing. If you start with a really quality piece of meat, you're going to be further ahead.
When we do, I do go to great butchers, so the meat quality is not the issue. I think actually, what I just one of the big problems, or the biggest problem, probably is I no longer have a cast iron pan.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Right there. And Coley called it. I mean, I make steaks either on my grill or in my cast iron pan. That's the only place you
Yeah, I
can.
grill them, but cast iron, yeah, I know that that retains the heat and doesn't overcook things and all that. Yeah,
Yeah, and it puts that nice crust on, and yeah.
sear, yeah.
Yep. Oh,
I will invest in a new one.
yeah. Gotta have a good. I mean, I just believe nonstick has its place, but you gotta have cast iron in your arsenal. And I've got
Yeah,
one cast iron pan, but I've had it for 25 years.
yeah.
And it's not, it's as non-stick as cast iron can be. I mean, but it is fantastic. And, in the winter, sometimes I don't feel like shoveling the snow to get out to the grill. So
Hmm.
that's where the cast iron comes out and off we go.
Yeah, and they develop their own non-stick after years of after a lot of use.
Yeah, mostly. Again, like I say, as non-stick as cast iron. I mean, a steak's not going to stick or anything, but if you put eggs in there,
Yeah,
they're going to stick because
yeah.
hell, eggs stick in non-stick sometimes. Yeah, I have not tried cast iron with the ceramic. And I hear good things, but yeah, I don't. I bought the for Christmas. I got the metal one that Gordon Ramsay touts, and I can't remember the brand name of it, but it's just metal. It's like a titanium, and it's got little teeny dings in it. So there's no chemicals, there's no coating or anything. It is just metal, and I gotta say, it's a great friggin' pan. I love this thing, and probably
Right.
gonna get another one. But yeah, it's like
Ca-
$200 a fucking pan. It's
Yeah, yeah.
not cheap, but you take care of it and it'll last forever.
So cast iron with ceramic, is that ceramic through the pan
Yeah,
or
I
what?
think the ceramic is infused in the cast
Ah,
iron somehow. I'm not exactly sure of the process, but
okay.
I've seen it. But yeah, it's still, it's like a hybrid pan.
Yeah,
But it doesn't have that Teflon or all that chemical coating shit,
right.
which I have gotten rid of all but a couple of those pans.
One thing I use a lot and cook a lot. I cook a lot of Asian food,
Yeah.
so a really good wok is very essential for me. So get a proper one, season it properly, and
Yes.
it'll last you for years.
Absolutely. No, I had a big wok for years, and if you've got a gas range and a wok, you're in Fat City. It is nice. Now I quit. I don't use mine very often anymore. My wife does not like Asian food as much as I do, so Every
Right.
once in a while, we'll have people over and I'll make something special. But yeah, as a rule, at one time, I would host dinner parties and I would cook, 5 courses of Asian stuff. And I've lost my skill. I can't make some of the sauces that I used to make and everything, but it's awfully good. And fried rice is my favorite. Can't go wrong with fried rice. Love it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay is absolutely a jerk, and not that good a cook either. But I like this pansy touts. So
His restaurants over here and everywhere else, I heard, aren't the best either.
no, they're not. A lot of these celebrity chefs are a bit of a joke, frankly. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got,
they don't give a shit.
yeah, well, they're on TV and all that kind of stuff, and that's nice, but they're not. The best celebrity chef that I'm aware of that I've actually eaten their food is Simon, who's in Cincinnati. What's his first name?
Simon.
Yeah, he's a bald guy. Dang, I'm blanking his first name. I'm having trouble with the memory tonight, but yeah, I get his Facebook feeds and everything. But yeah, he's a Midwestern guy, and he's on a lot of the barbecue competitions and everything.
All right.
But he's not a strictly barbecue restaurant. His restaurant was amazing. I really liked his food. I've never been to Ramsay's restaurants personally, so he didn't have any in Denver. And
Nigella.
yeah, I'm trying to think. The other one I've been Big Mo Cason, who's in Dubuque, Iowa. I've been to his barbecue restaurant, and it was amazing. And I've been to Franklin's down in Texas, and
See, that's the
again,
thing, Chris, where I'm missing out is the main reason why not the main reason, but one of the big reasons I really want to go to the States is for barbecue food.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Franklin's is like, again, it's that thing. People line up hours before they ever open to get in there, and it is really impressive. Good stuff. Now, some of the other ones in KC, Arthur Bryant's, which is famous and all that kind of stuff, I don't think it's that good. I've eaten there a number of times, and that's not. I think KC Masterpiece there is actually better than Arthur Bryant's. But that's my personal take.
There's do you know the chef over here called Rick Stein?
No, that's not ringing a bell.
He was very famous over here. He's mostly a seafood chef.
Okay.
I went to his restaurant down in Cornwall, down the south coast of England, and I did not like the food whatsoever.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Or the service.
Yeah, well, that's a thing. Really attentive service can make up a little bit for the food. Whereas even if the food is exquisite, if the service is not, that's a bummer. So yeah, I really appreciate good service.
Means a lot.
Yeah. Gordon, he's not a nice guy. I don't know. He's got childhood issues or something. Although I gotta say, it's entertaining. The show, whatever it won, he's had all kinds of chef shows, and the one where he took the 2 pieces of bread and put it on the person and said, "You're an idiot sandwich." Okay, that's funny. I don't give a shit. I like that. Yeah, was it mean? Yeah, it was. But he's trying to make a point, and these people get on these shows, and it's a contest, and them's is the rules. So See, I never watched and I watch a lot of cooking shows. I don't like the cooking shows with the kids, and I love kids, and I love cooking, but I don't like kids cooking for some reason. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I don't enjoy those.
Well, I don't like seeing if it's kids and the kid has made something that they think is like truly amazing, and then they get total shit for it, and it's like they just don't know how to take it.
Yeah. Well, that, again, it's a competition, and somebody's got to lose, and they're going to tell you you suck, and you got to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent in a tape a couple years ago, because they have amateurs on sometimes, and just to see, and yeah, I never heard
Yeah.
anything back, so they weren't impressed apparently. But I love portobellos too, and I mean I'm a meat eater, but portobello mushrooms, and I love mushrooms, so there's that. But portobellos
Mm.
have that umami, and it can be a very steak-like texture. I keep them on hand for like when my vegetarian friends come over, and that's what I make them, and they
I,
are they are
I've
quite
been,
good.
I have been wanting to like mushrooms my whole life, and I just can't.
Yeah, some people are that way. I feed my family mushrooms every day, whether they want them or not, but they don't like the texture. That's their main thing. They don't like the texture, and I understand that. So I do one of two things. I chop them up either so fine that they, or I just leave them huge so they can go, oh, there's a mushroom, and tip it out, or put it on my plate. But they add so much flavor, and they're full of vitamin D, antioxidants. They're terrific for you. But I
Yeah,
understand why some people just don't. Like Lori doesn't like mushrooms. She doesn't like to eat
that's
them.
exactly. I've tried like the big ones, portobello and with butter and garlic and all these things, and I still just can't like it. And I wish I liked it. I don't, but
Now, everybody has. I mean, people love licorice and anise and everything. I don't.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and like my sister-in-law had this discussion and everything. I don't like melons. There is no melon I like. Honeydew, no. Don't like it. Watermelon, nope.
I
Cantaloupe,
don't like them.
nope.
No, I
I,
don't like it either. No.
and okay, since we're still on pet peeves, here's a pet peeve: when a
Right.
restaurant says fruit plate and they throw a bunch of fucking melons on there.
Aha.
Melons are not fruit, people. They're melons. And I actually had a meltdown at a restaurant a number of years ago because we were at this restaurant. We were gone away for a romantic weekend. My wife and I had an amazing romantic dinner. There was a guy there playing a Chapman stick. He was a great musician. I mean, it was, we had some beverages. It was a magical evening. So we get up the next day, we have breakfast, and of course I don't get hungover, as I've mentioned many times on the show. My poor wife was a little hungover. So I'm like, let's go eat breakfast. She's like, I don't know if I really want to eat. I'm like, come on, you'll feel better. Well,
Yeah.
I finally learned not to do that to her. But we get there, and she's like, hey, look, they got a fruit parfait. I'll just eat that. I'll be fine. Well, the service is slow as fuck, and waiting. She's, not enjoying it. And they bring it
Yeah.
out, and it's yogurt and a couple pieces of granola and a bunch of melons. And I lost it. I'm like, this is not a fruit parfait. This is a melon parfait. And the poor little waitress like, this is what they said. And I said, no, this is not. And I said, is the chef in there? And I went back in the kitchen. I went, hey, you call this a fruit parfait? This is not fruit. Where are the strawberries,
Yeah.
blueberries,
Yeah.
currants? Give me some fucking fruit. And they were like, here's a big angry man. And they finally got it out. My wife was like, I am over this whole thing. I'm going to go wait in the car. but,
The
but
only
folks,
melons I like. The only melons I like come in packs of 2.
yeah, everybody likes those melons. But and they're topped with cherries, so obviously they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We've hit that part of the show, haven't we? All right,
We
where's
have.
Coldacre? Are you on the train yet? We're keeping the show open for you, buddy.
I'll be back too.
All right, very good. Yeah, we're going to see if Coldy actually follows through on his. I'm going to keep the show open a little longer than normal, just to see if Coldacre can follow through on his threat to come here. And as soon as I know he's close, I'm shutting the show down. No, I'm kidding. I want to see if he's going to make it. Well, that's it. I mean, but the difference, the evening chef was a genius, and the food there was great. The morning crew, they didn't have their shit together. But yeah, he could have given me a tomato, and I would have shut my mouth, and I would have winked and went, okay, touche, bro, you win. Good one. But no, they scrounged up a couple strawberries, and I think they probably raided the bar for some cherries or something. Like, don't try and pass off melons as fruit, folks. If you say it's a mixed fruit platter with fruit and melons, okay, that's truth in advertising. I'm okay with that. Oh, no. No, Coldy says, no, he's 45 away. All right.
What's the other thing that people think is a fruit but isn't? There's another thing. I'm trying to think what it is. It's actually a vegetable.
Well, like Hubs just pointed out, a tomato is technically a fruit. You know, everybody thinks it's a vegetable, but it's not. It's a fruit. No, zero question. I'm trying. Which is the vegetable that people think is a fruit? I don't know. I should know the answer to this, but
my Civ-like memories kicks in again.
Yeah.
Banana.
Yeah, banana is weird. I mean, everybody considers banana a fruit, but it is a little. It's not quite a fruit. It's fruit-like, I think. All right.
At least for a banana.
Yeah, here we go. I may freeze, but
a cucumber.
Vegetable people think is a fruit. Rhubarb.
Aha.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, avocados, which people think are vegetables, are botanically fruits. You know what? I wouldn't have said the others I knew, but I wouldn't have said peppers. Okay. See, we're learning things on this show, boys and girls.
All right.
Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly. Well, again, I mean, cucumbers is a fruit. Huh? I don't know. I mean, we'll have to dig on that. That could be a show next week where we dig into these foods and just see.
Get Laurie to say some more sentences.
Yeah, exactly.
In Scottish.
Oh, poor. My Scottish accent is not great, but poor Laurie's is. And whenever she starts, you should just say, no. give her that. No.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, again, we all have our things. Coldacre is actually pretty good at a lot of accents. I'm quite surprised. I know you boys go back and forth on that, but he's pretty good at mimicking.
Well, you know something that used to freak me out when I was a kid? A cut open pomegranate.
Oh yeah, they're bizarre looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? I mean, pomegranates are a big thing, and they're super healthy, allegedly, and all that. They're kind of a meh for me.
Yeah.
Don't love them.
Just all watery, kind of.
Yeah, they're all right, but I don't. Now, here's one fruit that people have. They either really like it or they don't like it at all. Kiwis.
Oh, I love kiwi.
See, I like kiwi too, but a lot of people, I don't know. They either don't like the taste of it or the fuzz on the outside throws them off. They can't handle the fuzz.
Right.
Now, the same people that would eat a peach, no problem, and they're fine with peach fuzz, but they don't like kiwi fuzz. And kiwi is certainly coarser. I get that, but
I love mango. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a flavor that I like. I can't say I'm crazy about it, but I like it. It's all right. See, we've got Mini Vibes loves kiwis. Coldy loves kiwis. All right.
But I was growing up
Gary
as a
likes
kid.
kiwis.
I was terrible for not eating any fruit and veg too much. I was a weird kid that way. I just didn't like a lot of things. As I got older, I got to appreciate it more and enjoy, but not when I was young.
Yeah, well, your tastes change and they should develop. My main thing was, and I think I've made this statement on the show before. My mother was from the Midwest, and was taught to cook by her mother, who was a terrible cook. My mother was not only a terrible cook by training, but she just didn't give a shit about it. It was just she just, unlike me, I enjoy cooking, and mom never did. So mom only made a few things that were really pretty tasty. And for veggies, she would, canned spinach.
Yeah,
It's disgusting and slimy, and I love spinach. Raw spinach is fantastic. Cooked spinach with a little balsamic and a little oil, fantastic. But she would feed us, green beans out of a can and things like that. Those
right.
suck. When I learned what fresh vegetables actually tasted like, especially most of them raw,
Yeah.
I was all about it. But
But I was spoiled growing up because my dad was a trained chef before he joined the Royal Navy in World War II in 1940. And part of he had two jobs on the ship. He was a gunner's mate and a chef.
okay.
So during the day he's cooking people's foods. At night time he's out with a big gunner.
Well,
So,
kind
but
of double duty, right?
he cooked us some amazing food when growing up, and a lot of the stuff I took for granted how good it was, kind of thing. So
Yeah, that could make a difference. Yeah, my dad was a pretty decent cook, and my brother and I are both excellent cooks, but we self-defense, I didn't know how good meatloaf and pork chops could be until I met my wife. The first time she ever had me over and she's like going to cook me dinner, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm going to make you a homemade meatloaf." I went, "That sounds great," because I wanted to see her boobs. But then she served it and I started eating it. I'm like, oh my God, is this what meatloaf actually tastes like? It was amazing. I
yeah,
still love my wife's meatloaf 30 years later. I make her make it at least twice a month because it's just outstanding. And same thing, my mother, because of her upbringing in the Midwest, believed that, trichinosis, the disease, was a thing once upon a time. It hasn't
yeah,
been a thing for 30 years, 40 years. But she would cook the pork chops within an inch of its life. You could drive galvanized nails with her pork chops.
yeah,
And they were just, they were so bad. And then my wife made pork chops and they were lightly breaded and they were moist and like, oh my God, these are amazing. I love
yeah.
pork chops. Who knew?
Oh yeah.
So a lot
Pork's
of it
probably
is the exposure, right?
yeah. I think pork's my favourite meat actually. I love pork.
I like pork a lot. Immodestly, I make some of the best pulled pork you're probably ever going to eat. I have my recipe down. My rub is kick-ass. My barbecue sauce is amazing. And I make probably 10 to 15 pulled porks a year.
Right.
And man, a pulled pork sandwich on King's Hawaiian bread with a couple dill pickles on there. It don't get better than that, boys and girls.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Hey, Gary's posting the Friday link list as he's pulled together. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Appreciate it. Yeah. And a lot of the older people did like things overcooked. But some of it is just my brother-in-law. I finally got him down to eating steaks medium. I mean, he would just incinerate the steaks. It's like, you've killed it. That cow is dead, bro. But he cannot. When he comes over and I'm making steak, I'm like, well, let's see. I'll start Damien's 10 minutes before everybody else's because, I have to cook the
Yeah.
shit out of it for him.
You have to remember as well, older generation back in the day, a lot of the time they didn't really have the same refrigeration that we've got these days. So
Well, and that's part of it too. Yeah, exactly. Part of it was self-defense. You needed it, and of course they didn't have meat thermometers. I don't know about. I cook with a meat thermometer pretty much every night. I
yep,
don't leave things to
too.
chance. Especially chicken has got to get to a certain point, or it's potentially dangerous.
Yeah,
Beef, it doesn't. You can have rare beef and you're fine, except for hamburger. Again, processed meat, you want to make sure it's cooked enough to get rid of the bad stuff. Well, I would love to try your brother's pulled pork. I really would, and I would, if his is better than mine, I would admit it, no problem. But it'd have to be pretty damn good. I don't know how we do that. I don't know.
I sense a pork off.
Yeah, so yeah, pork pull off. That would be fun. I don't know the next time I'm going to Texas on business. I don't think I have anything scheduled. But if I get down to Texas, I will let you know, and your brother can fire up the smoker, and you and I can eat steaks and your brother's pork, and yeah, all of that.
Raw beef.
Well, then by your measure there, Manny, my skills are pretty high. I do love smoking meat, and that's one thing I have to do is I have to replace my smoker because I literally wear them out. They get fire erosion because I use it so often, and this one is bottom is about ready to come out of it.
It's a skill I am not in possession of, is smoking anything, Chris.
Yeah, well, again, it's a combination of a lot of practice. You got to have the right equipment. I think makes a difference, and you just got to kind of be a nerd. And again, because I work out of my house, I get up, I take my wife to work, I come home, I prep the meat, then I throw it on the smoker and I work, and then I can check on it, and because the smoke will go for a minimum of 8 hours. Sometimes, depending on what I'm smoking, it can be 12 to 14 hours. And, and you gotta kind of live out there and check on it all the time.
So what's the difference between hot smoked and the other way?
Well, like salmon is often cold smoked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's smoke being, but it's not heated. It's just smoke blowing across it, and that's more of a cured.
It's not
it's
not
cured.
penetrating as much.
Right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's the cure of
so
the
to
meat.
speak.
Yeah, not. And whereas the other is, my cook temp is between 150 and 200 for, literally hours and hours and hours. So the meat is heated, but it's very slow and it breaks down all the collagens and makes, and this was invented basically to take tough meat and break it down and make it edible and feed a lot of people. This is barbecue in American tradition is poor people food, bluntly. Many of the slaves were the first practitioners, and they learned the practice in the Bahamas. The Spanish found the natives there smoking things. Barbecue is basically a derivation of a Spanish word, how they described it. So,
right.
But it has a long tradition here in the Americas, and the smoke just imparts things, and it's magical. It's magic in your mouth.
That's what he said.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's when you got those kind of smokers. That's the feeding hundreds industrial kind of smokers, and I've cooked on those, but mine is just a home. It's a much smaller one because I'm feeding dozens of people rather than hundreds.
Yeah.
Although. Some of these comments, I've clearly missed some things, and I think I'm not going to highlight because, in context, I don't know what that means. Not sure. Well, yeah, I will look you up if I ever get down there. I used to go to Texas on business with some regularity, but I don't do near the number of shows I used to do. I basically just represent one magazine at shows anymore, or shows here like Denver, Cheyenne. So I haven't been down to Texas on business in probably 5 or 6 years now.
Uh-huh.
But if I go down, Dogpaw, I will absolutely send you a note and say, hey, what's up, bro? Oh, that reminds me. Did I ever hear, because I'm supposed to meet somebody tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, and they never got back to me. Oh, okay. Now he did get back to me. Okay. Haha. Oh, I'm glad I checked before I went to bed. I guess I need to know that. All right. Hey, you know what? I'm working all the time. It's what I do. So I'm going to print this real quick so I have it. And print page 1-to-1. Okay. So now I've got my business set up for tomorrow that I have to do. But I'm going to pick up like 3 boxes of files from the previous editor. And I don't know where the hell I'm going to put them in my office because I'm loaded to the gills now, but I got to find a place for them. Anyway.
Yep.
That's my work day tomorrow. All right. Did you guys hear the printer run?
Yeah.
It's a brother print. It's a good printer, but it's noisy.
There's another pet peeve of mine, printers.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. I went to a laser printer years ago because it's just more economical, the amount of pages I got to do, but they're still a pain in the ass. Yeah, well, Texas is it's a big place and it's in the news a lot.
All my exes live in Texas.
Oh, my exes live in Texas. Yeah, smoked salmon. Well, here's the thing with salmon. There's no bad way to have salmon. Raw salmon, delicious. On sushi, it's the best. Lox, which is just that cold cured salmon, delicious. Smoked salmon, amazing. I make smoked salmon all the time. Baked salmon, amazing. I honey glaze my salmon when I bake it. It's fantastic. Salmon and hollandaise sauce on a eggs Benedict, amazing. I love salmon. I will eat it every way you can prepare it. It's one of my favorite foods.
Oh, the salmon caught just off the north coast of Scotland in the North Atlantic is incredible.
Yeah.
We get amazing salmon here.
Yeah, salmon is delicious. Well, you want to talk about your healthy fats, avocado and salmon.
Mm-hmm.
Yum, yum, yum. Omega-3s for days, boys and girls.
Yep.
Good stuff. Yeah. Paul Simon is not as delicious smoked. It's just not. I'm sorry.
There must be 50 ways to smoke your salmon.
Yeah, I like sardines a lot too. Yeah, there's certain seafoods and stuff that the texture or the smell could be off-putting to people, but I like sardines. I like mackerel. All good in my mind.
Oh, I used to love smoked mackerel, right? And then one day, about 2 months ago, I had some, and I don't know if it started to go off, but I felt it's almost put me off it for life. It was that bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. My father, and I love oysters, and I'll eat oysters all the time, but I will not eat Gulf oysters. It just because of the pollution down there. No, they're now my father, being in the oil business, would go down to New Orleans, Texas, eat Gulf oysters all the time, and he kept getting sick. And I'm like, bro, when are you going to learn? I've eaten Atlantic coast oysters and Pacific coast oysters, never gotten sick, but I will not eat Gulf oysters for that reason.
Right. Do you like mussels?
I do.
Yeah,
There's almost no seafood I won't eat.
I love mussels. I always loved them since I was a kid.
Those are my wife's favorite. Now, my wife won't eat oysters. She just not her thing, but she loves mussels. And that one of the things I'm doing for our trip, I'm supposed to scout the restaurants, and she already pre-scouted a little bit. And she goes, "Well, these two places have mussels as an appetizer, so we need to book a reservation there." I'm like, all right, I got you, girl. But yeah, we can power through a lot of mussels.
Mm. There's another thing my dad used to make a lot.
Yeah, again, they're good. There's no bivalve I don't like. Ooh, and that reminds me. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow because in my last Alaska seafood order, I got a bag of scallops, and my son loves scallops, so I may get out the cast iron and get some butter in there and a little bit of white wine, and we'll have seared scallops for dinner tomorrow night.
Nice.
That sounds good. I definitely want to do that. All right. Well, we're 11:30. We're actually 30 minutes over time from what I usually run this show, but we're having a great conversation tonight. So we kept it going, and Gold Bond oysters. Well, that's the thing. I'm one of those kind of guys. I eat raw oysters. So yeah, if they were cooked, that's a different story. And I've been to New Orleans, and I know I've had oysters Rockefeller down there, and they were fine. But yeah. And hi, some guy. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Bivalves. All right. That's a good joke, Doc Bob. And all the guitar guys go, feel ya. And everyone else is going, I don't get it. Indeed. Well, as we know, I had to look at the calendar. So today's the 5th. When's the St. Patrick's Day is on a Tuesday. That's stupid, but it is. So that's what we're looking at. So I have to figure out when I'm gonna. You can't do a St. Patrick's Day show after the St. Patrick's Day. That doesn't make any sense. So I guess next week will have to be a little bit St. Patrick's Day themed. I don't know to what extent, but I'll figure that out. But I think I'll play this one to take us out tonight. This will just get
Laurie to go top of the morning to you.
Yeah, that's it. I'll have Laurie come on and teach everyone how to do an Irish accent. It'll be feckin' amazing because she's great.
To be sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm going to take us out with a song I wrote 2 years ago, especially for St. Patrick's Day. And so I'll share that with you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys make this show. I want to thank my guest, the great Hugh Caldwell, and I want to thank Laurie's Mishmash. It was great conversation about our pet peeves. And we will see everybody next week. And until then, please enjoy An Irishman's Lament. Good night, everybody.
My
Good night.
sorry Irishman on St. Patrick's Day. What if I'm sick of whiskey? What if I'm sick of beer? I'm sitting in an Irish pub, what the hell am I doing here? The girls ain't too friendly and the music's way too loud. Am I a sorry Irishman stuck with the drunken crowd? I left my job early, it seemed the thing to do, and I headed down to Clancy's pub to have a drink or two. But the more I drink and the more I think and the less I have to say. This crowded bar, it seems so far on this holiday. Green period is a flowing, fake Irish party on. I doubt they know the difference between a gnome and a leprechaun. What are they celebrating and why are they wearing green? And why are they all pining for a land they've never seen? So what if I'm sick of whiskey and of shepherd's pie? What if I'm sick of all my fake friends toasting the Emerald Isle? What if I'm sick of bagpipes and I want to get away? Am I a sorry Irishman on St. Patrick's Day? I retreated to a corner, I fell into a dream. I thought I saw a little man and he was wearing green. Such a sight I'd never seen. Yes, you make me sick. You're a sorry Irishman. I want to hit you with me stick. See, the Irish built the railroads and walked the streets as cops. Like the things the Irish gave the world, the list it never stops. We first invented whiskey and modern chemistry, and later we came up with a zinc nickel battery. Got Europe drinking chocolate and milk of magnesia, and don't forget an Irishman discovered Antarctica. I never fight an Irishman at sea. We got torpedoes and submarines, and if commies shoot your airplane, we invented injector seats. How to column still and extra stout beer, the fist is big and long, and Viagra is made in Ireland, lad, in case you want to get it on. So quit your bellyache and your sniveling little punk, and get your ass back in the bar and be a proper drunk. Now I'm never sick of whiskey and I'm never sick of beer. I'm belting out old Danny Boy and I shed a little tear. Girls, they still ain't friendly and the music's still too loud, but I'm sitting in an Irish pub cause I'm Irish and I'm proud. Yeah, I'm sitting in an Irish pub cause I'm Irish and I'm proud. I'm sitting in an Irish pub cause I'm Irish and I'm proud.
Hey, it's
G'day,
overtime with Coldy.
Hey, how you going,
What's
man?
going on? How are you,
stayed
brother?
on. You stayed
He
on
made
for
it. He's here, everybody. Ha ha.
I
The
busted up.
show didn't end. Fake out.
Oh,
How
man.
are you?
Pretty good. Pretty hot and sweaty. As
Yeah.
is normal on a Friday.
Yeah, indeed. But you're home, you're off work, and you're on the happy hour.
On the happy hour.
And you're about ready to engage in the happy hour, right?
Yes, indeed. And
Yeah.
it's a long weekend here in Australia. We've got Monday off for Labor Day. So
Nice.
time for the creamy pint.
It's good to have a
That's good.
creamy fucking pint.
Indeed.
All right. Well, in case people weren't here at the beginning of the show, pleased to announce our good friend Coldacre here is going to be the headliner on Sunfest,
Yes.
April 25th. So yay.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
No, it's super exciting.
It's
I
cool.
think it's
Very
going to be
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God, it's an actual chili. He's right here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live in the flesh.
Yeah. No, Gary asked me, and I thought, what a nice thing to be asked. And
Oh, absolutely.
you know,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and again, it's one of those things that, you made one appearance and everybody was blown away. Like, man, here's this dude sitting on his sofa and he's killing it. We
know
want
about
more of this guy.
don't know about that, but no, it was fun to play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be good. They're always good. They're always like people play their best,
Yeah, I think so. People
You go up
do,
a notch. It means a little bit more than just your regular play, So,
Yeah, I think so. I always take it very seriously. I think it's a great honor to, be on the program, and I give it my best. And
Absolutely.
sometimes it's better than others, right?
Well, that's live performing, isn't it?
Exactly so. And that's what I like about it. You're working without a net. And, I've had a situation where it came on and the sound was just shite. Just wasn't.
There's
It
nothing
got
worse
goofy
than that.
right before I went on. And what are you going to do? You play through it.
That's right. And who was it? Someone had sound troubles at the last one, and you just your heart sinks for them. You just think, oh,
sucks. That was Stiff Denim, and God bless him, he played through it. Was a total pro, and I really can't hear what I'm doing, and I apologize, but I'm going to power through my set, and he did.
And he did, and it came good. So there you go, the power of professionalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone still around?
Yeah, we've got people were apparently enjoying the song or wanted to stay till the bitter end to see what kind of an idiot I made of myself. But yeah, we didn't actually lose anybody. So yeah, we've still got the basic full contingent we had a few minutes ago. So
yep.
I have no idea when we actually close the show what I'll play, but I'll figure out something. I have an idea, but we'll deal with that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good to have you and I are able to get together live and chat sometimes, which is nice. We're literally at opposite ends of the world, and so it doesn't always work out, but it's nice to have you on.
Thank you. It's good to be on your show. I wanted to be on your show over the Christmas break, and I had three Fridays / Thursday open, and you just canceled the show for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I fucked off. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and only because of how Christmas fell this year. Because I think Thursday literally was Christmas Eve, if I remember right. So it's like, I'm not doing this on Christmas Eve. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Now, are you playing the festival as well, Chris? Or are you?
Yes, I'm planning on it. Yeah. The only one that I know that I will not be able to do at this point is the Freedom Fest over the July 4th holiday, and I'll be up in Idaho with my family.
Yep.
My oldest son, Chris Jr., is coming over from Spokane, and he's bringing his dog, his husky. So, and my other son will come with us, and then we'll go up to my father's place in Bozeman after a few days. So, it will be nice. Yes, you were premature. I was trying to wave you and say hang around so I could talk to you after the thing, but Hugh fucked off. But that's just as well. It's stupid early in the morning. He needs to get some square sausage and have a little nap, so he's ready to go for Lori's later.
Yep.
Gotta have that. I gotta say, who doesn't like square sausage, right?
Never had it.
It's just I think it's the same as round sausage. They just make it square.
Shape.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it's good then.
Yeah. Hey, I see Jade. Hi, Jade. What's going on? How you doing? I did catch some of the interview today with Lisa Noel, which was nice. I have been missing the interview of late, but I caught the last, 40 minutes of it or something like that. So she's delightful. She's just her personality. She's got a big personality, and yeah, that was a good interview. So
I love her videos. They're very she puts a lot of work into them.
Oh yeah, there's
there's thought that goes into it.
Oh, well, the green screen work is exemplary because
that's right.
if you look closely, like when on the video where she's walking through the bushes and everything, but she's got the bushes blocking her feet on the thing, and it's just things that people don't think of green screening. And I mean, it's like there's a ton of thought that went into these.
Yep.
And really well done.
Yep.
And her Farby, her series, is stinking hilarious. And it's funny. She's got a very good sense of humor.
I will be back. I'm just going to grab something to show you.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out Dogpaw's comment. It's probably a smart comment, and it's late at night, and I'm dumb now.
So last night, you already know this, Chris. Last night, I noticed that my neighbour that way had their front door keys in the front door still hanging.
Yeah, whoops.
And I thought, I'll do the right thing. I'll knock on the door. Nothing. Now, I could hear talking before, and then it went quiet. And they were doing the whole, we're not in the mood to talk to anyone tonight. So I thought, okay, no worries, it's all good. So I went to bed, woke up this morning, left for work, keys are still there. I thought, oh, I'll try again. Just knock, knock, knock. Nothing. Anyway, I just got home now, and on the front door,
Oh,
thank you to our neighbour who knocked on the door last night.
Yeah.
So I knocked again, and this time they came out, and I met my neighbours.
nice.
And it turns out that he's a drummer and he's a musician, and I can play as loud as I like.
See, now
So,
that's karma. How nice is that?
That's great.
That is
It's
a
cool.
happy ending on every way.
Definitely.
And yeah, nobody came and took his keys and took his car for a ride. So
Took his Lexus, yeah.
yeah, yeah, how nice. Yeah, Coley posted a photo. It's like, it's my neighbor. Man, I mean, it's like you're having a shit day, right? When you just your keys and fuck it.
Yeah.
I think I've only done that once, and I think I realized it right away. I'm like, oh yeah, they're still hanging in the door. That's not good.
It's happened to me before, and I spent the whole day frantically looking, teared the house apart.
Of
And then,
course.
right now, I'm replacing the keys and I'm changing the locks. I'm I had it all planned out, and
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I need some food. I haven't eaten today, and I'm going to have to leave the house open and just take the risk. I'm in a secure building; it should be all right. So I did that, and as I walked out, the fucking keys are hanging there.
I know.
Hang in there, and you just go, I don't know that 12 hours ago. So you put myself in their shoes, and
Yeah, no, not ideal, but yeah, it can happen. I had, I don't know, what is probably 8 months ago or something. I'd gone to the store and, just wearing the shorts like I wear, and got home and I realized I did not have my wallet. Like, oh, fuck. And so, looked all through the house, couldn't find it, looked through the car, everything. And so I had stopped at Walmart for something. And I thought, well, I'll drive to Walmart and I'll go in and lost and found. I said, the odds of somebody turning my wallet are fucking zero, but I got to give it a shot, right?
Yep.
So for whatever reason, I'm getting out of the car and I think I'm going to look one more time. And of course, this is after my wife had berated me for being a dumbass and because of all the work that was going to happen. And she wasn't wrong.
Rightfully so, yes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. So who loses their wallet? Well, never done it in 30 plus years. So I open the door and I just kind of look back in the car for some reason. I think I'm going to check one more time. And I reached between the seats, which I had done before, but because it was light and everything, I saw the edge of it. I went, fuck, it's there. It's between the seats. And it had fallen out of my front pocket where I keep my wallet because my shorts were loose into that gap in the seats. And I'm called my wife and we're good. I found it. It was in the car the whole time. It was blah, blah, blah. But I mean, there is no worse feeling than thinking, oh, I've got to replace all these credit cards. I got to get a driver's license. on and on and on, and
Yeah, that's right.
and
Yeah.
the worst. So, and Starbucks card or whatever else is in there, right?
Yeah, sure.
No, I don't drink Starbucks. I have probably 3 Starbucks cards that people have given me as gifts that have ridden around in my wallet so long they're probably expired. But I gotta admit I've got a bit of a Costanza wallet. Really,
Are you sitting like that?
almost. I mean, there's multiple reasons why I keep it in my front pocket, but that's kind of one of them. And I've cleaned it out, but I have to keep business cards and other things in there, and of course all insurance cards and
That's when you need a man bag like Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that because I would absolutely lose a man bag. I've tried to walk off without a briefcase multiple times, so yeah, I would not do well with a man bag. All right, just looking. Yeah, folks are hanging in the chat. I don't know how much longer we'll go, but I wanted to give. I'm glad we hung out for a while to give Goldie an opportunity to be on. And
thank you for staying on, Chris.
Well, you know what? You were. Let's just say what it is. You were weenie whining for the last couple of weeks. Like, oh, you always quit right before I get home.
It was just bad luck. Like I busted my ass, and it was like, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this. And, I'd get up the stairs and I'd look at my phone and just ended it. God, I'd be kidding me. 3 weeks of that. I had to make a big deal out of it.
Well, yeah. Now, what you could have also done is go, hey, I'm on my way. I plan on joining your show. But did he do that? No, he just complained after I'd already ended.
Because, I think I did it in that group chat once, but you're on here. You're not looking at that. So,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't look at the group chat, obviously, when I'm on the air. So, yeah, no, I really, that was pretty cool of him, I got to say. And I wouldn't have expected that at a Walmart, but I guess that's what happened. Oh, it's just one of those things where just if stuff can hit a gap and hide, it will. And it absolutely was perfectly camouflaged. Again, if I hadn't parked the way that I had and the light hadn't come in the way it is, I still could have missed it that third or fourth, however many times I searched the car, still could have missed it. And I know to look there because my keys have occasionally fallen. I've either dropped them or they've fallen out of my pocket down into that gap. But they're heavy and they'll actually go to the floor. Now I have to get under the seat and get them, but I know they're there. Being scanned. Okay, well, maybe it's just a friendly guy. Who knows? Where you live, people are mighty friendly. Allegedly. Anyway, so you've got this whole long weekend. What are you planning on doing?
I'm planning on recording a guitar solo to finish off a song that I'm doing with Frank.
Nice.
And just doing a bit of I'm finishing the song. He's done all his bits. It's up to me to finish it. So there's that. Now that I'm playing on GMA Festival, not in 3 months' time, but
sooner.
Sooner, I might do a bit of singing.
Yeah, that's good.
Get the vocal cords into a sort of a daily routine.
Yes.
But I've got to pick up I've got some things. I've got to pick up a CD player that I was hoping to get repaired and they couldn't fix it. So I've got to go and get that tomorrow. And hopefully catch up with my parents too. I haven't seen them.
Well, that'd be nice.
I haven't seen them in over a month. So I like to see them at least once a month, every 4 or 5 weeks is good.
Yeah. Well, now I'm curious, if they can't repair it, why are you picking it up? You just tell them to bin it.
Because look, the eject button's not working.
Right.
And for him to sit there and trace the whole circuit board and work out if it's a cold solder joint, that's like I can't afford to pay him hundreds of dollars if it's going to take him hours to do it. So it's probably something I can do myself if I get the confidence to pull it apart, which I don't really have because I'm not sure if I can put it together again. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't need to throw it away. It's not clutter yet. But if it sits there and gathers dust for 6 months, then it's time to go.
Okay. All right. Again, it would be worth a shot to just see if
or I might be able to find someone
obvious.
Yeah, I need to find someone who's passionate about Marantz and goes, yep, I know how to do this, and I'll do it for this amount of money. And then you go, yep, okay, that's a good deal. Let's go. So
yeah,
he was just the first guy I looked up, and he happened to be here in the same suburb as me. So
yeah. I get that. Yeah. So tell everybody you're kind of getting into vintage audio equipment. Have collected a couple pieces.
Well,
late.
Yeah, and the vintage thing hasn't worked out that well because they're kind of failing. So
yeah.
Well,
there's a reason they became vintage.
Yeah. So I bought a brand new CD player the other day, and it's been absolutely amazing. Just the detail. I've never heard my CD sound this good before. So it is worth spending a bit more money.
Yeah. Well, I can see that
because there is a difference, and I sort of was thinking that all digital's the same, ones and zeros, put it on, but no, the DAC digital analog converters do make a big difference, and I'm loving what I'm hearing. So
that's cool. Yeah, I still have my Pioneer receiver from 1981. It's out in the garage. I'm not using it currently, but it does work.
Yeah. Yep, I've got a Technics receiver from 1980 that still works flawlessly. It's sitting right there, and
the receivers tend to be pretty bulletproof. You know, as long as I had Pioneer tape deck and all that kind of stuff, and those are long gone. Those the mechanical ones tend to give up the ghost, but the receivers and the speakers, again, if you're not kicking them around and you're not overdriving them, will last a very long time.
Yeah, that's right. Especially if they're in good temperature conditions, they're not drying out or anything like that. The speaker cones can dry out, but if you look after them, they'll last a long time.
Yeah, and the capacitors can eat ooze. That's about the only thing that goes bad on those old electronics.
Well, Christopher, I've got a few things to do. Shall we call it a night?
We should call it a night. All
right.
While we're calling it a night, let me do something real quick. Because I think in honor, we should go out with a song. And here's the thing. Have I frozen, or is it actually working?
You have frozen.
Okay, good. I was good to see that they haven't fixed that fucking flaw yet. I'm really happy about that. Bastards. Let's just pick out one. There's so many here that I like. Let's do a Cold Acre song from Songtember 2 years ago. I'll get this one up, and we will play Cold Acre to go out in honor of him playing G-Maze. And this is his 1 in a million. So thanks for sticking with us on overtime and allowing my good friend Cold Acre to come on. Again, thanks to Hugh Caldwell and Lori for being on, and we'll see you next Thursday. And here's Cold Acre's 1 in a million from Songtember 2 years ago.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.